The block, these words is hard lessons. Dangerous motherfucker, black bars is my weapon. Darker lines when the drama begins. They gave us the bass rock to crush the hearts of men. 7-0 disco, heroin and blow. You could OD on the dance floor in Studio 54. Rich and famous, money and power back in the days. Mostly whites used to sniff that powder. Blandon gave us the keys and the recipe. And Friyay showed us how they get that white girl money. Like an erection, homie, soft or hard. I got my slick Rick chain, fast car like a rock star. That's hard. Hustle to get it, make profits off of sinning. Trying to make a living, realize my dreams and see us black folks winning. No more corporate prisons or government assistance as the world keeps spinning. It's back to my reality, war with my enemies, hunted by that police, chasing blood money cause the kids can see. It's snowing outside in Cocaine City. Crack hit the scene and hit it up in LA.
Where are we gonna go? Why is the world so cold? Will the Lord take my soul? Who's really in control? Will the truth ever be told? Nobody really knows.
It's hard out here, so I'm playing my pivot, knowing any given day I can get it. It can be my time. The Lord called me up to punch in my ticket, and I hope I got it right with him, cause how he living, he ain't the most proud of. Regardless of the fact he still show his child love and shower me with blessings. I'm walking down a dark road, searching for directions, feeling like the only thing that's gonna protect me is my weapon. And every day I'm stressing, so I smoke mad weed to help me deal with the pressure that being Jack's brings. The world's fucked up if you wanna ask me. I wanna leave a legacy, but scared to have a seed. The society we live in is driven off hatred and greed. Ain't no loyalty or honor amongst thieves. Be the person closest to you putting a knife in your back. It's how this dirty ass game taught these niggas to act. And the cold thing, nobody sees a problem with that. Cause they scared to say something, so they letting it pass. The world needs hope and the people are starving. This gon' take way more than Obama to solve it.
We got two game bangers rolling in hot. Tengo curiosidad. Tell us, nigga, what happened? Tell him we got jacked and we don't know where the money is. Tell him, cuz. Yo, it's my corner. I ain't running nowhere.
saliva, certified fire. Dub gang rider from niggas like Richard Pryor. Walking with the Lord and one day went astray. Tempted by the pussy streets, money in the game. My little brother bang, my little cousin bang. One wear blue, the other red strings. Cock to the right, man, cock to the left. He cocked, aim, and squeezed and took one to the chest. R.I.P. heroes, cause the homie got lit up. Slipping on the black drunk off malt liquor.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on with the guys, man? Audio, man.
They're having technical difficulties. We can't hear shit. You are on the mute. I don't know what's going on with that nigga Mike. It ain't us because we both in there. Say something else.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. We can hear you now.
The fuck? Could you hear the music?
We hear the music, yeah. We just can't hear you.
In the intro stuff, you can hear all that?
We heard all that. We just didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, that works then. God damn. Jesus Christ. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the PDXDOPE Live Podcast. Had some technical difficulties to get this thing started this Friday the 13th. So what else would you expect? I got my man's Jermaine Mason in the building. Elijah Jackson. We finna go ahead and get down since we just wasted a whole bunch of time fucking around with my audio. Anyway, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Man, what's going on?
Man, shit, I'm a little bit annoyed. God damn it. Coming out here, man, fucking off my streak. Oh, I'm usually better with this type of shit, man. You know, I have to hire me a producer pretty soon, though. But anyway, yes, like I said before, it's Friday the fucking 13th. And I always tend to look at this as a day of good luck because remember, it was 12 disciples and then there was Jesus. That makes 13, you freaks. But anyway, we're going to talk about some shit today. We got some interesting stories, man, to talk about. But did you guys hear about the little kid in Virginia, 6-year-old, shot the teacher? Y'all hear about that?
I'm gonna let you go ahead and handle that one first, man. How they charged him.
So I guess the first question is this. Okay, so this is as crazy as it is. It's a 6-year-old. He gets his mom's gun and he takes it to school and he shoots the teacher. Now, from what I'm hearing, the teacher is not dead. So they're still alive. Where do you start with that, Jax? What do you got? What are your thoughts on that? How do you think they should? Yeah, go ahead.
How did the kid get a hold of the fucking gun in the first place? Is question number one. I mean, I think that, if anything, it got to go back to the parent. Period. I mean, it's a 6-year-old we're talking about, and if you're that fucking unobservant to where your fucking 6-year-old child can go get and they packing pistols to school just unnoticed, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what needs to be checked before anything, if you ask me.
So he was taken into custody after he shot a teacher at Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport News, Virginia, Friday afternoon. Police Chief Stephen Dawson said at a news conference. So we got a 6-year-old student who got a gun, but from what I understand, the mom, she bought the gun legally.
I mean, that's fine and dandy, but that's where they got lock boxes. They got all kind of
safes,
which means you went to class and you went to fucking training for this shit. Like, you had to, take it. What are we talking about?
Yes, it's a pretty interesting story, man. I never heard of a 6-year-old killing nobody like that. Or maybe I have, and it's an accident or something. I don't know. Y'all gotta forgive how I sound today because I had a cold. I've been out, down and out, sick for the last couple of days. So excuse my voice, but Jermaine, go ahead.
He was probably, kids at that age, man, they don't really understand the repercussions of what is a real gun and what that looked like. He probably thought he could bring it to school to be cool and show it off to some people and stuff like that. I don't think a lot of times kids don't really understand what, shooting somebody and actually killing somebody like really is. Like, they're not coming back. So I don't think that kid, I don't know, but just from an average, I have a 6-year-old and he don't understand all of that. So if he took something that I had and he went to school with it, I would take it that I would be responsible for that.
Yeah, as I think that you should be if your kid got a hold to your firearm, and did something like that. That would be insane.
I mean, and shit. I mean, these little kids, fuck little kids. These grown ass teenagers and 19, 20 years, they be playing with the guns on the video up to their head, playing the guitar with the guns and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think this little kid could have thought he was in the fucking Rat video doing this with the gun. You know what I'm saying? And knocked his whole dome off.
Feeling yourself. Well, I got a video from ABC 7 Chicago, I think, or I guess it's ABC 7 Chicago, but they're reporting on the story. Let me go and get that stuff. Niggers.
Panicked parents in Newport News waiting for word outside Rich Neck Elementary.
My heart stopped. I was freaking out, very nervous, just wondering, was that one person my son? But he's okay.
Police tonight saying a 6-year-old student shot a teacher with a handgun.
This was not an accidental shooting.
The teacher's condition described as life-threatening.
Female victim, she's been shot in the abdomen as well as a through and through into the hand.
Police say no one else was injured and the suspect was apprehended within minutes.
Right now, from what I've seen with the way the sheriff's office, the police department, school officials, faculty and staff in this building, the way they responded was heroic.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC 7.
Awkward. You freak. Get out of here.
I mean, they made it seem like this little 6-year-old was just a hellion. I mean, I wonder. I would like to see the demeanor of the 6-year-old kid.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna never get to see that because they don't show kids on the TV and the media and stuff like that. So that's gonna be weird. What's up, Don, Ebony, Geneva in the building, and Miss Tanya Jackson. That is the manager for Elijah Jackson. It's his daughter, so she's his manager. She makes sure she said that she made sure that we knew that we can hear you. We can hear you now. She's like she on point though. So she been rocking with the podcast since its inception, and she makes sure that her dad is on. Hey, Dad, it's the podcast right now. He gonna be fucking off. She gonna make sure that he's ready for the podcast.
Yeah, she the other room in there, man.
Yeah, salute to that's my niece right there. She cold with it. I appreciate you for that. Yeah, Don, I emailed you the link. I emailed it instead of putting it in the document since it was a little bit more difficult for you to kind of navigate. So I'm hoping that this will be a little bit more straightforward.
Average Tech too.
What did he say?
He was telling you to send a link. Everybody said the same thing. That's you doing some new shit, ho.
It's an attachment. I could put everything in an attachment.
That's not, bro. See, you trying to trigger us. You doing that shit like the NFL coaches where you send the iPad or the blank disc talking about study the plays and it's blank. You know we ain't studying, bro.
I sent the plays out to everybody at the same time. Jermaine didn't have a problem. He said, "Oh, it's right there," and he logged right on.
Jermaine study, bro.
Okay. Okay, man. So I'm gonna go back to just putting it in the body of the email versus it being an attachment. I do that at work a lot, so I'm just saying,
okay. No, we know it's an attachment now, so I got you. We didn't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was trying to hook Dawn up, and she was like, "It says I need permission," so I don't think she has. What'd you call it? All right, no, Scooty's in the building. What's up with you, brother?
Hey, what's up, yo?
You find the attachment? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Follow
yeah.
directions.
Nigga,
All right.
that shit was hitting, nigga. You trying to get sophisticated with drop downs, nigga. We ain't used to that shit.
He said sophisticated with drop down. Hey man, listen. I was trying to make it more efficient for how I'm moving over here.
Yeah, you stepping your shit up, I'll give it to you, but nigga wasn't looking for that.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was gonna cause people. Jax just gave me the. He just got done giving it to me about that. And so okay. So let me get this, Don. I'm doing this one more time. It's in your email, and it's gonna just be the body. So this is the easiest way I can do this. So I'm pushing send now. All right, there we go.
Yeah, tell her to click on the show link and it'll pop up. That's what happened for me.
Yeah, no, I had to send her the actual link.
Oh, got you.
Because she couldn't get in the attachment because it was too difficult.
Got you.
But yeah, we talking about that 6-year-old kid who shot his teacher.
Yeah, I caught the tail end of that when I went on YouTube and seen. I mean, I seen your podcast streaming on YouTube.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, other than that, I mean, it's crazy. These kids is unsupervised and shit. I didn't catch the whole story.
Well, anyway, he took the gun to school. They even said that they checked his bag and they didn't find the damn gun. And the motherfucker ended up getting shot though. So one of the faculty members actually checked the kid's bag, or I guess he didn't do a good job of checking his bag, and he ended up passing it through. And so now they're talking about getting metal detectors at the school now.
So, I mean, I'm wondering, is this an elementary school? And if so, they have
Why
to
they checking niggas' bags?
They got to check 6-year-old, first graders and second graders' bags?
That's what that's one of the following
I'll
stories.
get my kid the fuck up out of there now. What do you
money up. That's a lesson to get your money up and move in a better neighborhood to where you can have your kids being educated in the right system to where they don't have to go to school and be worrying about that kind of stuff. So that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you got to look at too, man. Is you have I mean, Jermaine, you already know about the mental health piece. You know, a lot of these kids ain't doing what we used to do. See what I'm saying? Used to play and this and that. You know how to interact. These kids, it's the video games.
But we talking about the fact that you gotta, as a 6-year-old, you gotta search their fucking bag before you walk into school.
Hey, remember, you got these 6-year-olds that got mental health issues too, bro.
But if I gotta worry about my child, if I gotta worry about if I gotta worry about my child going to school and the nigga over here got the burner, like my kid don't need to be there. Period. Like
that's like going to Holy Redeemer and they checking the bags for the guns. Man, come on.
Okay,
man.
I'm glad you brought that up, man. Now at Holy Redeemer, you already know that shit wasn't going down, Jermaine. Totally different era, environment, all that shit.
Just listen to how that sound though. You take your son or you like make sure a nigga make sure a little Tyler over there don't got the pistol. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But some of these young kids is gangbanging, bro. I had a kid on my caseload, right? That was from St. Louis that, his initiation into the gang was killing somebody. He was 7.
God damn. That's ridiculous. They said that they was warned about this situation with this kid. That's
my point. Like, bro, for the fact that they had to check his bag, this little motherfucker like that. You see what I'm saying? We ain't saying that there ain't one-offs, but so if they like the little 7-year-old, you know what I'm saying? If that's a one-off and they like that, they ain't got no business around a bunch of other kids.
But didn't we just have a conversation about there was a kid that shot and killed his mom because of an
Yeah.
Amazon, and he was like what 10 or
Yeah, he was 10.
How old was that kid? 10-year-old.
10?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was what? That was about a month ago when we covered that.
But listen,
story.
though, right? Remember, and they already say he was kind of fucked up, and they didn't check it. You see what I'm saying? So much so that, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers got to put cameras in their own house. The mama had to put cameras in the house and
Right.
some more shit. Like, so you know, this little motherfucker's like that. You know
So
what I'm saying?
Jermaine, let me ask you something. So do you think if his daddy's at the home, is this gonna make a difference in this particular situation?
I mean, honestly, to me, it sounds like that the mama and the daddy is fucked up, and they both need to go to jail, regardless of if he in the home or not, because that don't make no sense for a 6-year-old to even have this display that kind of anger, towards somebody. That's something that's going on in the home that
Is
kid
it
is
the home, or
emulating.
can he be? Sometimes there is, or let me not lead it on, but I mean, not firing right. His neurons. His mental. You know what I mean?
There are some motherfuckers that's just thrown off.
I mean, I understand all that, but I mean, that's coming from the home, man. That's all coming from the home. It ain't. I don't think it got nothing to do with his neurons ain't firing right or whatever the case may be.
So what do you say about the kid that grew up in the rich house, the 2-parent household with preacher parents? You know what I'm saying? But he wants to go to the hood to sell dope because he wants street cred. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
choice.
I'm saying some motherfuckers, they just.
Well, I mean,
you looking at him like, nigga, like we trying to get away from here. We wish we had your mama and daddy that, you know what I'm saying, that take you to all your sports activities and I mean, some motherfuckers, they just, for whatever reason, bro, they fire on a different frequency.
But once
They
again,
idealize
that's
some shit.
influence. That's influence. He's being influenced by things. At a 6-year-old, how much influence, or how much TV or what are you doing in front of the 6-year-old that's making a 6-year-old behave like that? Now, a person that's like young kid that's 12 years old or 13 years old, because when I was growing up, that's when most people started gangbanging. About 7th, 8th grade, 6th, 7th, 8th grade is when they started to get into that life and to kind of see that. But it wasn't never 6.
Right.
So 6 years old, it's like, I mean, how much TV or how much, I mean, what is this kid doing at 6 years old, or what are you not doing? For this kid to be able to feel that way.
Right. Shit, man. That I don't know, man. I just think that I mean, as parenting comes to such a low where it's like this is the type of shit that's just to be expected nowadays. I mean, because we're starting to cover more and more stories like that, so it's starting to be kind of interesting to see how. I mean, looking at this thing, and
my thing is, I understand that you as a parent can't control everything, and kids they do and are going to do dumb shit. But my thing is, when it's a pattern of unchecked behavior, and you already know what time it is, like you see what I'm saying, to the fact to where you're having to resort to measures of putting cameras in your house or checking bags, you know what I'm saying, for a 6-year-old coming to school.
He need an IOP. He need to be in a classroom with like
period. Like,
3 people just like
at
him.
that point, that's when it's a parenting issue, because
all day. He don't
your
need to
child
be,
has
he
a
don't
problem.
need to be changing no classrooms or nothing. He need to be in one classroom all day with 3 kids that's just like him.
Man, I'm gonna just throw the whole kid away, bro. I'm just throw the whole kid away, bro. I don't got no time for this shit, man. For real though.
Do they got a video?
Huh?
Do they got a video what his parents look like?
I'm sure there is. I'd have to look that up.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna tell it all.
It's gonna tell something, because we ain't gonna get to see the kid, because they're gonna keep.
Right. Let me see his mama, or let me see his daddy. Let me see them conversate for about 2 minutes. We gonna find out what's going on in the home.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Trials and Tribulation Art House. Check out the drip. Cuddy South. Shout out to him. Got this exclusive joint. I got my Royal. Right on. Got the Royal Hustler joint in there. I got my jogger suit and all that shit that I've been supporting. So y'all check it out. Check him out on Instagram. DMing for particulars. You can get the Scully caps and all that, the hoodies. He got the female wear, all that shit though. Check it out. Trials and Tribulations Art House. But anyway, hey, did you guys hear about a story about these paramedics in Illinois that went to jail after the patient died?
Mm-mm.
So let's see here. This happened. Ooh. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna share this screen because this is what they look like. I'm the paramedics. Oh my, they look terrible. They look terrible. Who are these people? Share that. Look at them. These are the two paramedics. Right here. Oh. So they were charged with murder. So you see the headline: paramedics in Illinois charged with murder after patient dies.
They look like they do meth.
Yeah, especially her. She looks like a crack whore. She might be doing. She does, bro. I'm sorry. She looks like a straight crack whore, bro. I'm sorry, man. No, that's real, bro. I'm sorry if she looks like any of your moms out there. Hey, it's just what it looks like to me. I'm just saying, you know. But you know, hey. Oh, gas, no brakes. You freak. Oh my God. Hey, forgive me, God. You know
so,
what?
But I mean, what were they doing?
I'm gonna get into that. I just have to fall back. Hold on, I'm gonna go into some of these comments. John says, yeah, it did work. John said, what's she saying? All right, hey, what's up? Oh man, listen. All right, so hold on. Let me. I gotta toss my camera real quick, man. Tighten up.
Tighten up, freak.
Right. Oh man, not talking about fuck the attachment. Wait a minute. I gave him clear instructions on what to do. Everybody else got on, but somehow, some way, it's not working for Petty LaBelle. Oh, plug my mic. I don't went off. But anyway, so what we got here? Peggy Finley and Peter Cardigan are the names of these two people. Two paramedics in Illinois are facing murder charges after a patient died of positional asphyxiation shortly after he was taken to a hospital in December, court documents say. Peggy Finley, 44, and Peter Cardigan, 50, responded to a home in Springfield on December 18th. Say again?
My bad, I'm talking to you, bro.
Okay. So they responded to a home in Springfield December 18th after police requesting medical assistance for a 911 caller who was suffering hallucinations due to alcohol withdrawals, according to the news release from the Springfield Police Department. Body camera footage released by police shows Finley entering the home near the home's rear bedroom as one of the officers briefs her on the patient, Earl L. Moore Jr. Sounds like a brother. Anyway, Finley is heard yelling at Moore to get up and walk out to the ambulance. You're gonna have to walk because we ain't carrying you, she says. I'm seriously not in the mood for this dumb shit. So that's what the bitch said. Two of the officers can be seen helping Moore outside onto the gurney. Cardigan helps position Moore, and both paramedics strap him onto the stretcher in a prone position. The Springfield Police Department was later notified the patient had passed away, arriving at the hospital, the police department news release says. According to the coroner's autopsy report, Moore died from compressional and positional asphyxiation due to prone face-down restraints on the paramedics' transportation cot stretcher by tightening straps across the back and lower body in the setting of a lethargic and underlying chronic alcoholism. Finley and Cardigan were arrested January 9th and charged with first-degree murder. Court documents show. So, and then they both got $1 million bail.
That means they ain't getting out.
Yeah. They don't look like they got 5,000. No. let alone 100.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy shit right there, bro.
Damn.
It's like, so, it was a nigga. They don't got no pictures of the victim, of course, but I'm going to assume that, but I could be wrong. I hope I am. But she said she ain't got time for it today, bro. She said, I don't got time, cuz. You don't say you go to walk, get up and walk, nigga. Fuck is you doing? You out here bullshitting. Get your motherfucking
I mean, their family gonna sue everybody. I mean, they gonna sue them, the ambulance company, the hospital, everybody. Everybody gets sued behind that one. I mean, you got a job to do, you don't do your job. I mean, you restraining people too hard. You got a person face. No one should ever be face down. I mean, that's a cardinal rule of
his face down with the straps tightened on him. So he face down and he already coming off alcohol. So, you can't, man, you get that anxiety, your heart rate, all that kind of shit.
I mean, he's not going into detox, man. They in trouble. They gonna get everything they deserve too.
Yeah, I think so. They said murder though.
Yeah, they gonna get everything. They gonna get everything they deserve too.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I just happened to see that when we were talking about the 6-year-old.
You saying you gotta keep a life in your hands and you just on bullshit.
All right, so we kind of was chatting about this story prior to the show, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about it now. This one right here, I think everybody had kind of had an emotional opinion about this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and share this one with the people. Y'all can tell me what y'all think.
No wonder a crowd is gathering around this casino slot machine. The woman playing the machine is celebrating with good reason. Look at the screen, printing cash ticket, almost $46 million. Not bad for gambling a penny. Sadly, her joy was about to be dashed big time. The casino claims the slot machine malfunctioned, and Katrina Bookman won't be getting her nearly $43 million payout. The casino says Katrina is actually entitled to $2.25.
You're wrong?
Yes, of course. The State Gaming Commission examined the machine and says the display of $42.9 million was clearly a display malfunction. Katrina says the bosses here at Resorts World Casino in Queens, New York, did offer her something to take the sting out of not winning that $43 million jackpot. What was it? A free steak dinner.
Katrina, what was your reaction when they told you, we're going to give you a steak dinner, not the winnings?
Really? Like, are you serious? I mean, I felt insulted.
Alan Ripka is Katrina's lawyer.
If the machine malfunctioned in any way, shape, or form, it's not the fault of the patron. And they have to make good on what they displayed as the winnings.
Run my shit. Run my shit. That's what I be saying.
Hey, I told Jax, man, there ain't too many things I go to jail over, man. That might be one of them. I act a goddamn fool up in there about my money.
Man, and then they said she's entitled to $2.25. And then gonna offer me a goddamn steak.
A dry ass casino steak at that.
Hey, I would have been right. I would have been right in jail with you, Jermaine. I'll tell you that much.
You go from $43 million to $2.
Man,
you can't even buy a cup of coffee with that.
I wonder I wonder what the outcome's gonna be from that. What they gonna end up selling it out for?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to look for though.
Probably about $1 million.
Man, fuck that, nigga. I need my 40. So my whole thing is, what about everybody that put that money in
They
that
ain't got
motherfucker?
it. They ain't got
You
it.
know
You
what I'm
own the
saying?
casino. You
So that
own
means
the
nobody
casino.
had chance at winning no money.
You ain't got. I mean, because I was wondering, I was like, what kind of machine did she play where it's even a possibility for even her to
Off
win
a
that
penny
much?
slot, off a penny slot, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like,
Hey,
where they
you
at?
know what? If I was, hey, not my problem. Run my shit. Y'all figure that shit out after you run my shit.
Man, see, they got this black woman or woman or whatever, but if it was one of them crazy white boys, man, it was in the guns, and they come in this kid Uzi up the whole block, bro, about that money.
About that money, man. Like,
but you don't know what people going through, man. They down and out. You see that shit, you done spent all kinds of money, nigga, before you even got
That's my thing.
Celebrate.
she'll put it on Facebook. She'll put it on Instagram. She cheesing in front of the money.
Talking about fuck you and all
And then
that.
hit her with
I
the
got some
do-love.
fuck
Man,
you money
fuck
now,
that, bro.
And then it come out, it ain't that. People like, hey man, oh that would be a hard drop, bro. That's a
My
hard
thing
drop.
is, so is it malfunctioning when people put their money in there and lose? Like, so you know what I'm saying? How do you decide when it's malfunctioning?
I don't know. That's a good question, though. I think that's a very
fuck
good
that,
question,
bro.
Yeah, nigga. Oh yeah, 43 million. But it's like Jermaine said, what's the possibilities of that off of a penny game? And it would make more sense to me if it was like 43,000 or something like that. But there, you know, that just makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what thing I'm just saying. As far as the casino, they gonna argue that it ain't
Not
even
my
supposed to
problem.
display that. Yeah, I understand, but we're gonna give you the steak dinner, and we're gonna give you this voucher
So-
for a cup of coffee, bro.
How did they get off with that? But then a lady was able to sue Geico for catching an STD in a fucking car. Like,
But remember, then we covered that last year.
Yeah,
And
that's what
this
I'm
year
saying.
you did the follow up. They ain't paying her. Geico
but I mean,
ain't paying her.
originally because they had to appeal that shit. But you know what I'm saying? How do you get an original?
No, I'm saying, but it came to the where they
Right.
didn't have to pay him. Right? Yeah, we covered
Well,
that. I
originally,
remember
they
that.
you know what I'm saying? They was ruling in her favor. Like, nigga, fit like what? Because you're in the car
Yeah, that's
doing
the
something you
dumbest
ain't
shit
supposed to do
ever.
in the car with somebody, and they give you something, and you sue the insurance company.
Yeah,
But then you go to a casino to where everybody putting their money in this motherfucking machine, and it ain't malfunctioning. Then, well, motherfuckers are steady feeding it. It worked perfectly fine. But now all of a sudden, I cracked their ass. Now all of a sudden, oh, it's a mistake. Now ain't no motherfucking mistake, fam.
So here's the other thing you gotta look at. Okay, she got an attorney, so the attorney ain't gonna take her shit if there ain't no case there. So she got action at something.
Okay, so let's talk.
Hey Ray, why am I on here twice?
You high. You ain't on there
I
twice.
swear to God, I'm looking on the screen right now, bro. When I go to small.
Oh yeah, you smoke some of that good shit. I'm on some
I
of that.
swear to God.
Yeah, what you got? No, nigga, you're not on there twice on mine. You look, it looks normal over here, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna send a picture and send it to you. Yeah, I didn't try to mess up the flow. I just
All right, so here we go. What do you think the settlement dollar amount should be? Because she ain't getting the 43.
I think I think what they'll probably argue is the casino is whatever the top dollar would be for that machine, whatever the payout. But if that's one of them rolling machine, you know what I mean, where it just keeps rolling, you know what I mean? We don't know, bro. It depends what type of machine it is, I guess. What the max is of the machine.
Okay, but I want a number.
I mean, I don't really fuck with the machines, bro. I ain't never seen them over $1 million. in the casinos that I go to.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Me off top, nigga, 40. I was giving her 43,000.
Man, fuck that shit, nigga. Run my 43
nigga,
million.
You playing pennies, nigga. You better take that.
Hey, you know what?
Nigga.
Exactly. That thing said 43 million. Get my shit.
Okay, so that's the same as going to the Dollar Tree and motherfuckers like it's just $1, and then you go to the motherfucking register and like $132. You're like, how the fuck I spent $132 because it was just $1 and you was just throwing shit in the cart? It's the same thing because it's penny gangs. Motherfuckers be feeding 20s and 5s and 10s and 20s and 5s and
the customer is always right. Run my shit. Go back there and count my shit out.
Nigga, if that was the case, nobody be in business, bro. That's some bullshit that used to tell people, man. If that was true, nigga, well, nobody be in business. The customer's always right my ass. I remember when I was working the phones back in the day, nigga, and patient was like, "Well, the customer's always right." And I was just like, sometimes. No, I said sometimes, but not all the times. I got in trouble for that by my supervisor, bro, because I told the lady that shit, bro. Straight up, like I hear what you're saying though, but I gotta keep it a buck though. But anyway, I'm saying she gets 43,000 off top.
Fuck no.
That's the settlement amount because the judge and them people is gonna look at this shit. I'm telling you. I feel what y'all saying, bro.
That's fine. How about we gonna drag it out through court, motherfucker? I'm gonna make you spend more than that in litigation fees. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You gonna pay me. You gonna give me out your life.
But they got it though. You don't. So you gotta think about that too.
That lawyer taking this pro bono. That lawyer know he got some money coming on the back end.
Exactly.
Because he trying to get his name out there too. Yes, that makes sense. I can see that.
Remember, if they settle out, he get 33 1/3 or whatever it is. And then if it go to trial, he get like 40-something%. Ask me how I know.
Man, that's the same as getting into a car accident.
Oh my God, bro! I remember the first car accident I got into. I got some big money too, and I had to give that check to my lawyer though. I was like, "Fuck you, bro! I did all the legwork." You know what I'm saying? Like this is back before we had these phones and all this fly shit. And I thought about it. I said, I'll never, only for something that's get complicated, man. But all the shit that he was supposed to be doing, I did all that, mailing shit off, running around. And then I had to give him that big fat check. When they broke me off my cash, nigga, I was like, man, fuck you, man. Like, for real. But I guess everybody was happy in the end. But it was hard to give it up, though.
Yeah, fuck that, bro. I need it, man. Listen, I'm gonna start at a good 5. You know what I'm saying? You can talk me down to 2.5 or something. I need a couple million. You got me fucked up, bro. I could have to give a nice kick of that off anyway, bro. Please.
He said a couple million. Yeah, I just think that because here's what the biggest fear that I would have is that you take it all the way, right? Never mind the legal fee part of it because you're trying to win, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they got it to cover it. But you lose. Say you lose.
I'm playing with house money anyway. What you talking about?
Yeah, but you also playing with house money if you just take the 43 racks.
I mean, the lawyer is gonna get a third of that.
Yeah. See, well, here's the yeah.
Or he might even get half.
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, let's put it this way: how much money did you put in that machine that day? Is it more than so you get more than whatever you had in your pockets that day? And probably more,
Oh well, I mean, shit, I ain't gonna lose no way.
Hey, I ain't budging. I want my 43, nigga.
These niggas ain't playing.
Hey,
y'all ain't playing.
On God,
take me to jail. Take me to jail.
They gonna have to drag him up out the spot.
Yeah. Because I'm about to act
He gonna
straight
be sitting
ignorant.
on the machine. Can't nobody play the machine.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible.
Money right
Yeah, it's
now.
gonna be horrible. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's gonna be bad, bro. They're gonna have to drag me out, bro. They damn near hog tie me, bro. It'll be bad.
Think about that, right? Think about that. Bro, everybody moving on up. You see what I'm saying? You about to quit your job. Okay, and then they talking about, hey, man.
You did already.
Yeah.
You called that motherfucker, bitch, I quit.
Right. And then they say, hey, Ray, we're going to give you $2.25 and a fucking steak. Bro, you going to tear up the whole goddamn casino. What are you talking about?
You most definitely
flipping over roulette tables.
Okay, so listen. Check this out. The way I feel in my life right now, you are absolutely right. I'm just saying, though, but that's going to be the initial thing, though. But after I collect myself, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna think about it, But
you're gonna be in jail, thinking about it, thinking about how you fucked up the whole. Because they're gonna have your ass on fucking national TV talking about, look at this patron. It just flipped over the goddamn casino. They're gonna have video of you acting a goddamn fool, but you ain't gonna go to jail because we all gonna sympathize with your ass. Ain't that a bitch? Run that nigga his money. Shit.
Oh man, listen. Like I said, man, it's just like, to me, I just consider
I would cry. I would cry.
You gonna cry after you lose. Because people gonna look at this shit and if they get win, they gonna be like, listen, man, like okay, how about this? Instead of 43, we'll give you $430,000.
Man, 4.3. How about 4.3?
No.
I'm crying.
400,000.
I mean, I'm gonna take the 400,000. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, let's keep it a buck. I'm just saying though, like, I got 43,000. Listen.
It ain't, but it is.
No, because guess what, bro? Here's why it ain't shit.
I mean, I understand taxes and all that. I mean,
yeah, there you go.
With 100, 150.
There you go.
I get it. 175, maybe.
Okay, so what we talk? Okay, so what's that, Ivory? So what's that gonna come out to?
Man, it ain't enough.
400.
Nigga, it's $435,900,000 goddamn dollars short. Shit. Shit, I'm standing on that. Shit.
You said fuck that. So you gonna go all the way to the house.
Man, right. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, bro. They're gonna have to put me, and it might sound stupid, bro. They're gonna have to put me in a mental institution, nigga. Y'all ain't gonna see me for a while. I'm gonna just sit down. Because, bro, you talking about 43 million, nigga. Just like Jack said, you done already called your job and said, kiss my ass. I ain't coming.
Right.
But I'm sitting here reading to add some context and some credence to what Ray is saying. They saying that a similar case happened like this in 2015, where somebody was supposed to win more than $41 million. It happened in 2011, but the case came in 2015, and they lost, nigga, and got $1.85.
I'm taking the settlement, bro.
So where'd you say the settlement? Hey, Ray, where'd you say the settlement was? You would take?
Well, okay, so hold on. Listen, okay, I started off at 43,000.
43,000.
I said 43,000, but you was standing on that. You was so be the state asylum.
Now that I'm reading this, nigga, I'm gonna talk to my lawyer like, hey, man, look, dude, like this shit didn't happen before, and the motherfucker walked away with nothing.
Listen,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how strong is our shit?
That lawyer is probably just trying to get some shine, bro, for his practice. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You gotta take because you ain't even put $100. I bet you she might have put $100 in there. Women, they play that shit.
Right, check this out. So 30, because she gonna have an attorney. So excuse me, 33%. I didn't even do the third. 33% of 43,000 is you gonna have to pay $14,190 to the attorney. That leaves you with $28,810 that you got to pay taxes on. I don't know what the
40.
How much?
35 to 40.
Okay, we'll just do low ball.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you down to
Wait a minute. On what you talking about? On
Oh, nigga, don't back up now. So that's gonna leave you. That's gonna leave you with $18,000, bro. Now you gonna take that $43,000? Hell no, nigga. You gonna be standing right with me. Where my 43 million?
Nah, you not gonna. Because when you lose,
I was
over.
with you, Scooty, until I read that. Listen, they said,
"Hey, bro, I fuck that. I take nothing, nigga. I'm standing on that shit. I need that money."
But see, the thing is, bro, is what it is. What I'm thinking is that people. I'm just telling you how people thinking, bro. Like, nigga, you better, especially if this was, and that probably, this is a hypothetical, just for the record. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling if that was even the case. But I'm just saying, in that type of situation, man, you know, if you ain't I mean, you just having a good time, and you did got hard for a minute, man, and then she said stop. I mean, you know, it's over, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you gotta go ahead and get what you can get, bro.
Man, I had to sleep on that one,
bro. I mean, I feel you, Scoop, but like I said, man, they said that shit. The judge just said I guess somewhere on the machine it said it was supposed to only be a $10,000 cap, so they even offered this motherfucker the 10 bands, nigga. They $1.85, nigga. You heard what I said?
Shit, didn't even offer him the 10 bands. They're like, no, we gonna fight you.
And they said they won 41 million, so they was only 2 million off from what she was supposed to win. So
I know they ain't gonna. I mean, I know they ain't gonna. I know they can't cough up no 40-something million, man. Like that's pretty much. I mean,
you might as well give them the company.
Man, you finna have your name on one of them walls in that casino, man. For that kind of money.
No, you gonna own that motherfucker, man. Shit.
They gotta pay consequences for that, man.
Because they didn't. You think they deliberately did it to him?
Yeah, because I played a race car. Yeah, nigga, because I'm black. Reparations, run my shit.
I don't care about none of that. Man,
give me my. But hey, they gonna have to give me. They got to give me a percent of the commission for 9 months or something. Shit.
Hey, listen, man. What Jack said?
They'll offer
he
you
was
before
like,
they give you that money. Look.
They was like, no, they straight lost though, bro, and they gave him $1, bro.
Hey, I'm going to jail, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to jail.
All that hard work on that lawyer.
I hope y'all come see me, because Scooty gonna.
But I mean, only thing that's fucked up though is everybody that put their money in there, nigga, and so some shit. I think what should be able to happen though, on some real shit, is okay. Fuck it. She might not got no action and winning like in that aspect, but I believe that everybody should file a class action lawsuit, nigga. If you've gambled at this motherfucker in the last 2-3 years, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and a lawyer take that on, they got a better chance. Because I mean, think about how many motherfuckers put their money in there, nigga, with no real legitimate chance and winning no money because it was malfunctioning.
Yeah. So what's a malfunction and what's not a malfunction?
Yeah,
that's the question. Good question. Yeah.
When did this happen? How long ago?
This was like 2017, but then it came up again because I think there was some kind of more news
it's going to court now.
So they ain't
it's
settled
finally
yet.
going to court. It's finally going to court now.
Ooh, so you know what that means? If it went to court, that means they already had mediation, bro, and nobody backed down.
Meaning, yeah. So
that means
meaning we offered you this 10 years, Mr. Murderer, and you said take it to the box, and now you got life.
Right. That's all that means. That's all that means. Oh, you don't want it? Oh, you don't want to play here? Okay. You know what's gonna happen if you go all the way, right?
So
I'm giving you 10.
So they gotta think. So they got the punitive damages be a lot. The punitive damages are a lot more. Like, let's say she's suing for, let's just say she's suing for 43 million, right? The punitive damages might be 20 million, right? And what that does is it gets the other party to really get engaged, you know, the businesses, the corporations to get engaged, because if you don't really try to take part in the mediation, they could hit you with that as a penalty. Ask me how I know.
Oh man. Hey man, listen.
Oh,
Pay
his ass
attention
up.
now. Pay attention, man. My man is giving you guys some free game out here, man.
Hey,
You know,
man, I paid a lot of money for this quick education, bro. You talking about percentages and subtraction? Man, that shit happened real quick, real fast.
Hey man, but the lawyer, they be worth their little riggers, nigga. I learned my lesson trying to play fake lawyer with an insurance company, and they offer me some money, nigga. And I'm like, no, nigga, I know I can press for more. They like, you sure? And I'm like, yep. Nigga, I flex my muscles, nigga, past the limitation. And they was like, fuck you. Not only are we not giving you, nigga, what you're asking for, we're not giving you what we offered you.
Hey man, you gotta know that language, man. You gotta know that
You know
language.
what? I you know what I'm saying? I should have took that settlement, but nigga, I'm pressing the issue. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, nigga, I know I can get more, but you know, like you said, like there's paperwork and shit that gotta be filed in order to extend it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm just nigga popping my. I know what I'm talking about, but nigga, I ain't found no like nigga. They like, all right, yeah, cool, Nigga, they letting it drag. Nigga went to that last day like, fuck you.
So here's the last bit of free game I'm gonna give y'all, because to those that are on the podcast listening, okay. So if you got a big time lawsuit or whatever going on, do not get an attorney that is licensed only in Oregon. You need to get a out of state attorney that can practice in Oregon. Why is that important? Because all these attorneys go to school and know each other. See what I'm saying? If you get a person that ain't from this state, they a dog. You see what I'm saying? I don't know you, dude. I'm going for the jugular. But a sidebar, if you got two attorneys that know each other, they're gonna be on the side. Hey man, Ray, you think you can get him to go down to this? Da, da, da. Come on, man. They doing that shit all day. Ask me how I know.
Man, it's interesting.
We
right
should get that
there.
big segment called "Ask Me How I Know." You know what I'm
That's it
saying?
right there.
We'll talk backstage, bro.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, direct backstage is at the end. You don't click off. You just stay on, and then we go off air, and then we have further, conversations offline.
Okay.
In the Zoom. Because last Tuesday you just dropped off, and Jackson's like, I don't think he knows what it backstage means. So he was like, yeah. So that's how that works. But yeah, man. Speaking of this lotteries and money and getting large amounts of money. Did anybody win the Mega Millions today?
Nah, I don't know about today, but I won $30 of it last week.
Did you? He said $30 of it. I wonder if somebody won tonight. I think the drawing was tonight, or is it tomorrow? It's tonight, right?
It was tonight.
I ain't won no lottery, but I've been busting their ass on this sports betting though, tearing their funky ass up.
Yeah, with sport. Yeah, that's a little bit more reasonable. The playoffs is tomorrow though, so that's gonna be interesting, man. I might bet tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in there right now and bust their ass.
So here's the question. Mm-hmm. So if you were to win the what was that? The $1.35 billion pot. Let's do the math on that. What would be the first thing you did?
Say how much?
It's 1.35 billion. But if we do the math on it, Scooty, if you can run that through your calculator over there.
What's the tax? That's what, 50%? Is it 50%?
48. 48, 50. Yeah. 48,
okay,
50.
fuck it. That's 750 million. Well, let's apple. So you said 1 point. How much billion?
$3 billion.
1.35 billion.
Yeah.
Right.
Jack.
And then 40% of 350 million So you cut
That's
that
more
in
like
half.
48%, right?
Yeah, closer to 50.
Yeah.
So 750 million. I can do that in my head. And
I
then
think
the other
actually,
200,000,
for
you cut that
me,
in half. That's 125,000. So that's like like 800 something thousand, 860 something thousand, something like that.
Look at that corner boy going to work, boy. Shit. Shit.
That nigga's Rain Man, nigga. Shit.
I think I might wait like 6 months before I even touch the money.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what
I think I'll wait like 6 months. I mean, I got some business stuff that I would want to do, but I would have to,
somebody won that.
I would have to really sit back and kind of strategically plan out what I'm gonna do, man. That's a lot of money, man, to have at one point in time. To just get it, like you just get the money, like that's a lot, man. I think I'll take 6 months, man, and figure it out.
I would have panic attacks and shit, bro, because I would,
moving up the country.
Somebody won it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
nigga, I'm off the grid. Period.
Back to 20 million now.
Yeah, well, whoever they are, they living their life right now. Could you even imagine the feeling of winning that shit? Just being there and you look and your shit's the ticket, nigga. Could you? I mean, that's just like mind fucking blowing, bro. Just for something like that to happen.
So what you gonna do, Ray, when they show up and be like, "Oops, yeah, man, you was one number off, man. Sorry. We're gonna give you $2 in the scratch."
You know how they say he gonna. You look. You know what they gonna. You know what it's gonna be like. Oh man, he gonna cry in the car. He's gonna cry in the car. He's just gonna walk back and be like, "Man, I was a dreamer. I dreamed." Because I couldn't imagine losing it. Oh, that would be so fucking crazy. But just winning $1 billion though, bro, $1 billion, and then you got 800 milli after that.
That'd be nice.
But just but imagine the stress as well. Like you finna fall out with a gang of motherfuckers, bro.
I mean, I ain't worried about it. I don't even like people that much, no way. You can go ahead and fall out with me, man. I ain't never gotta see you again.
Listen, bro.
I'll be all right.
The people that fuck with me regularly know who they good, man. They know they gonna be cool, nigga. All this, oh man, we was like, nah, nigga, I didn't fuck with you like that, bro.
I'm not even gonna be around nobody, man. You gonna listen? I'm gonna call the people that I need to call. And that's just gonna be it. But it ain't gonna be no sightings of me somewhere, and it ain't gonna be none of that, man. Like you can barely get a hold of me now. Man, listen.
It's gonna be hard. You ain't gonna be able to get at me like the president or something, bro. Like for real though, I'm gonna have security and all that. With 800
you
million.
see me somewhere smiling every time you see me on Instagram or somewhere, just smiling.
They'll be walking outside the compound, nigga. I'm gonna have these motherfuckers with ARs, nigga, walking all around the house, nigga, and everything, bro. With drones sweeping the neighborhood. I'll buy this whole neighborhood up, bro.
Man, you're not gonna be here.
I know.
Nigga, I told you I'm off the grid, nigga.
You won't be here, man.
I'm telling you, nigga, I'm going nigga to the Blue Mountains, nigga.
I probably wouldn't take none of this shit either.
Bro, why
all brand new, except my pictures.
Listen, man, you'll never come back here, bro.
Nigga, I'm going straight to Jamaica, and I'm cashing the Marleys out for they land, they little coffee, Listen, let's talk about it.
Shit, man, I feel you on that. He said He said you'll never come back if you have to come.
I'm off the grid, nigga.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I wouldn't come back. I tell my mama, man, you coming with me wherever I'm going. And,
nigga, y'all niggas can come vacation, whatever nigga I got, nigga.
Other than that, man,
Madland, nigga.
I have my
your
business
oils, nigga, or whatever. Like what?
Back here.
Right.
I'm good. I'm gonna be somewhere with people that got money just like me somewhere.
For real. He said hanging with them, right? Shit, he said, nah, I'm not doing that. Oh man.
Yeah, fuck that, bro.
There's been a whole lot of people. You hear about the storms in the Midwest? A whole lot of tornadoes and shit. Yeah, the Southwest.
I just know about all that rain that what is that California been getting?
Yeah, I
Cali
seen
that's been
that.
getting all that rain.
Yeah, and I heard about a little 5-year-old boy that got swept away.
Shit, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, and the mom was grabbing him, and she just got his shoe.
Damn.
Fuck.
Like, man. Yeah, that shit was horrible. Hold on, let me. But then he said 9 dead, more casualties expected after tornado rips through U.S. Southeast. Yeah, the tornado thing is what I don't get though, and they happen in the same areas, but then they come back and rebuild.
Man, I'll be building my shit underground. You bitching.
I wouldn't even live in the area like that, bro.
I mean, it's cool until something happens.
Yeah, but bro, where these tornadoes happen in areas where, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, they pardoned Meek Mills.
For what?
Well, let's take a look. Let's see here. 1 second.
I actually made a commitment to speaking for the voiceless, the men that Governor Wolf speak about, that's incarcerated, some of the men and women. I actually spend time with these men and women and watch families being broken apart because of drug addiction, mental illness, technical violations. I actually watched the Starbucks thing situation play out through media. And if that was me in Starbucks on probation, I would have been actually in technical violation and still would have been able to be legally sentenced to 2 to 4 years in prison just because I came in contact with police. And growing up in the streets of Philadelphia as a black man, a black young man, we come in contact with the police on a daily basis. And as of right now, Philadelphia probation laws, if you come in contact with police, no matter if you're found guilty or you're innocent of a crime, legally you're still allowed to be put in jail.
The reforms that I'm supporting would actually mean that Meek Mills would not even face the prison that he faced. And I think we've all worked hard and will continue to work hard to make Pennsylvania a fair, better place for everybody. And this is a start. And I appreciate your standing up and speaking out on behalf of this. And Michael, thank you for all the work you're doing on this.
So he didn't get pardoned for anything. He just fighting for prison reform now. And dude was just saying that, you know what I'm saying, if the reform that they're fighting for is already in place, then Meek went to jail for the shit he went to jail for. Remember at one time he went to jail for popping willies. Just literally just for riding on a fucking bike.
And he had contact at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But it says, well, so here the CNN thing report, maybe that just was talking about, I probably grabbed the wrong clip though, then, because on here it's talking about he was officially pardoned by Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf. Meek Mill on Thursday night announced the pardon of his conviction on firearms and drug charges on social media. On Instagram, he posted the official pardon document. In the caption, the Philadelphia native thanked his fans. "I'm only going to do more for my community on God," he wrote. So
they said they pardoned a previous conviction.
Yeah.
So it was some shit that's already behind.
He was he originally right. Yeah. No, that's what I'm talking about. It originally happened in 2008. And he was sentenced to probation in
kind of like essentially like an expungement, essentially.
Right. So in 2018, he received a 2 to 4 year prison sentence for violating his probation, which sparked the viral #Free Meek Mills movement and triggered an outcry from criminal justice activists. Since then, Mill has become a vocal advocate for criminal justice reform, so which that video kind of represents.
But that's what happened, bro. When you get, you know what I'm saying, like he went to jail for popping willies, nigga. Boosie went to jail for a couple blunts, like, you know what I'm saying, like, nigga, once they got you, you know what I'm saying, they catch you on the smallest technicality, nigga, and throw the book at your ass. Like that's just how that shit go. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's good that they taking a step in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? At least visiting that shit, like, because a lot of that shit don't be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
That's like
I have to say I like what Meek is doing. I mean, I like
absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
And I like his approach to it. You know, it
I
ain't.
mean, he got the right people behind him. You know, he got the Kraft, Robert Kraft, and you know he fucking with real billionaire now. That's why that shit that he did at the boxing match was some monkey shit. Like you fucking with real billionaires, nigga. That's actually moving. You know what I'm saying, and getting laws and shit put in place. You know what I'm saying? Because you got
you hanging around these niggas.
And yeah, and you want to go, nigga, keep it hood and get some shit that ain't had nothing to do with you because you want to defend a fighter's honor. You sound crazy.
Yeah. It's
funny how 1 minute you could be fighting, and in the next minute, you know, you up there, you know, fighting for, you know, prison reform.
Reforming, yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, some people are just a walking contradiction.
True. I think that most people are. You know, in
not
a lot
like
of ways.
that though, bro. I mean, because when because I mean, to what Jermaine is saying, nigga, like he's in a position that's actually he's the face of this change is supposed to be happening. You see what I'm saying? And then you're gonna do some monkey shit like this. So, nigga, now what you say it don't hold no credence. Like, nigga, so fuck your reform now.
I mean, you represent more than yourself. You know, when you start talking about we and us and the black culture and the people. You know, you represent more than yourself at this point. So, you know, you trying to represent, like you said, for the people that can't speak for themselves. If that's who you're speaking for and that's who you're representing, what does that look like on your behalf? I mean, do you hold any accountability to your behavior?
You just sullying, you sullying it. And you just making them say, see, yeah, all you niggas is animals. Just like we fucking thought, you know what I'm saying? So when he get up here, get the screaming this reform shit, yeah, no, look at it, they gonna play the video. Wasn't your monkey ass last week? Nigga ain't here. You know what I'm saying? The 35 niggas shutting the fight down.
He's talking about reform. He said half the niggas that's in there fighting is gonna get police contact and go back to jail.
Right.
No.
You talk about in the black neighborhood, we come into police contact with everybody. No, you come into contact because you do monkey shit like this. Like, nigga, so let me guess, the police were harassing you, right? When they stopped you because you motherfuckers is shutting down the boxing match.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I seen that, but I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Absolutely.
Oh, you watched the fight?
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Yeah.
Because
we was sitting there. Yeah, this nigga Jermaine was watching the fight, and we was like, this nigga was like, man, the fuck is these niggas doing? Like, it was the craziest shit, bro, because it was surreal, bro. It was just happening, like, you know, and they just stopped fighting, bro. It's like a movie, like they were shooting a movie, and it's like, cut, you know, and they're over there fighting, man. I thought somebody got to shooting in that motherfucker at first, bro. I was like, I'm seeing this shit as something bad's finna happen on live TV. But luckily, there no punches get thrown or nothing.
I mean, that's what I thought. That's what I thought had happened. I mean, I'm glad it didn't because it probably would have. I mean, no telling, man, they would have postponed the whole fight or something, or you know.
Yeah, that fight would have only been over if it would have been some shooting and shit, right. Or even if there would have been some fisticuffs. Nah, they that kind of shit happens at times. But that shit was so big, and then you got Steven Jackson. He in there.
But see, what's so stupid is if somebody would have got shot, even if Meek wouldn't have been doing the shooting, guess whose fucking name they would have said?
Meek Mills.
So that was him?
Yes.
Man, you know what, man? Listen, it's all coming together, man. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Now, I like Meek. You know, I'm kind of late into getting into his music and this and that, but nigga, he deserved to go do 30 days, bro. Because you hanging around, you doing nigga bullshit, okay? You hanging around fools you shouldn't have no business hanging around, bro. I mean, look at the company you keep, bro. You're gonna be the one to go to jail. The money.
But he was the one in the middle of the fucking argument.
Right.
He wasn't just hanging with these niggas. He was a part of this shit.
And the cold part about it is it didn't have nothing to do with him. Another boxer was talking about another boxer, and this nigga Meek Mill felt the need to defend the other boxer's honor.
That sounds so fucking stupid to me too, bro. Defend his honor.
Drinking.
So what?
They must have been intoxicated or something, bro.
Yeah, of course they was. They was at the fight having a good time.
But he keep the cash cow safe, bro.
You can't talk about Tank like that. But Gary Russell, he socked up, he fired on Terrence Crawford, punched him in the face.
Oh, did he?
It did.
At the fight?
No, back in a few years ago, they got into
You
the
think
gym or whatever.
You think he won't fire on Meek's ass? Like, come on, bro.
Listen,
he one of them street dudes, bro.
I think we all have seen Meek hit that heavy bag.
Oh man, that was.
We all know, man.
Meek had no athleticism.
He don't want no parts of that.
Yeah. Oh, Gary Russell Jr. Whoop the skin off that nigga, bro. That'd be awful.
It would have been like Jack said. His whole veneers would have got punched in overnight.
Oh man!
And then one of your homeboys would have wanted to shoot this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now you facing a murder charge behind because you wanted to defend Tank Davis' honor because you're the one spinning me on trial, nigga.
And this is what I mean by like a walking contradiction. You know, if we're talking about prison reform or we talking about certain things, it's just like, man, you gotta move a certain way. You know what I mean? If I'm talking about like, hey man, we ain't out here committing crimes and all that other kind of stuff, man. We can't be out here selling dope and hitting licks and scamming people and doing all this stuff, man. Same thing for the preacher man. You know what I mean? The preacher man get up there, even though he's human, but he's held to a higher standard than everybody else because he's up there preaching the gospel. So you gotta. So I mean, if that's what you want to do, and you put yourself, up there, did nobody tell you to do that? I mean, you put yourself up there. You want to be the face of that. So if you want to be the face of something, I mean, you got to carry yourself, accordingly.
It's like Jay-Z, kind of like how Jay-Z's kind of how he's evolved into this kind of businessman and how he moves. He don't move like he used to move and shit like that. And it's like he's around Jay-Z. You would think that he would probably pick that up from him at one point or another to know he needs to be moving.
Everybody want to be like Jay-Z in a sense.
I'm just saying, never mind Jay-Z. I just use him as an example, but I'm just saying just how businessmen move or businessmen on them levels. Like Jack said, you hanging with billionaires now. So you got them. It don't matter though. Listen. That's how he's learning. You know what I'm saying? It's the kind of same thing with Jay-Z. He got around those people with money. You know what I'm saying? Once he got away from the rock and he started being around more business people, they start inviting him into those areas and shit. He started to change how he moved. It was business suits. You know what I'm saying? He was rocking that high class shit. You know what I'm saying? If you really look at the evolution of Jay-Z to where now he got dreads and he's just, but he got up under some people, and that's what Jackson's saying. Like with Meek, and he's doing his thing. That's gonna lead him into getting money, leading him into businesses and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get in those doors with those people. And so, like you saying, I think it's you like we all agree is like nigga. You can't be putting yourself in that situation. Like if you get somebody, I'm not hanging with you, niggas. I'm gonna be up here in the skybox with the billionaires, nigga. I'm gonna be at the flyer seats. I'm not trying to be amongst the people because I already know it's gonna cause some problems. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, with certain people, man, you can hang around whoever, but sometimes, man, people's mentality just never change. And
just like Jermaine was saying though. You know what I'm saying, with the whole preacher thing, like being that the preacher is the face of the church, you know what I'm saying, it looks even worse when he, you know what I'm saying, buying hoes and smoking weed, selling dope and whatever. It looks worse when he do it than when a person from the who, you know what I'm saying, from that's sitting in the seats do it, you know what I'm saying, that's coming to the church. It's like, nigga, so you gonna tell me about your religion and the preacher is doing what y'all preach, like, so if he doing it, you really can't tell me nothing. And so it's the same thing with me. Like he the face of this shit, but at the same time he the one with the monkey shit.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to advocate for nothing that I'm not willing to do for myself. So if I'm doing it myself and I'm saying, hey man, you should move this way, or you should move that way, I mean, trust me that I'm moving that way. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you to do something and I ain't doing it. I don't believe in that. I ain't going to tell you to go, hey man, you need to go get in shape, man. You need to go work out. You need to go do this, and I ain't doing it.
Right.
I can't do that. I'm not built that way.
I can dig that. But yeah, Meek Mills. Hopefully, but luckily, did nothing bad happen in that situation. Right. He was able to get out of there. Him and his woman and his friends and all that. Everybody went home safe. But I hope that this is just one of those like cautionary tales. Like, man, that was close, man. I could have went left real quick.
Hopefully he learned, man. Hopefully he learned from this, man. Hopefully, like he see, man, he look back and like, I can't move like this no more. But I just think
this
that
ain't his first rodeo, bro.
No,
they
I
beat
know.
up the Quentin Miller nigga. They beat up Safari. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's his mentality, man. Like I said,
man,
man,
these goon ass niggas, bro. And this is what they doing.
Sometimes it don't matter who you hang around. That's just sometimes that's just who you can be.
Oh man.
And it's all documented on camera, and you like, bro, sit your ass down. Let somebody else be the face. Like, bro, I'm gonna need you to have a couple seats right now. Like, nigga, you in too much bullshit.
Yeah. Meek fucking Mills. Well, check this out though. So you guys know the co-founder from BLM, one of the co-founders, her cousin died after he was tased by the police. So this happened a little while ago. So anyway, I'm gonna play the video. It just came up. 1 second here. I guess somebody figured out.
Get off to the side here. Get on the street. Hey, stop right there. Get up against the wall. I didn't mean to. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall real quick. Stay down for it. Hey, stay here. Stay here.
Sir, I need some water. Can you get some water? Please.
Stay here. I'll get you some water here in a second, okay?
Please.
Just have a seat up against the wall there,
yes, sir.
Okay? Have a seat against the wall.
Sir.
Have a seat against the wall here.
Everybody got to see me, sir.
Have a seat
I don't want
against
to
the
be in the
wall
black.
over here.
I want people to see me.
Sir, okay, you can
Please,
sit right there then.
Please.
I don't want you in the road. Come here. I don't want you in the road. Come here.
Please.
Come here. Come here.
Please.
Come here. Now, get down over there. Turn over on your stomach right now. Turn over on your stomach right now. Turn over.
Please don't do this, sir. Please. Help me, please. You know what? Help me, please. No, please help me. Help me, please. Please.
Keenan, relax. Keenan, relax.
Help! They're trying to kill me. Stop me. Help! Stop it, I'm gonna tase you.
Stop it, I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase you. Stop it right now. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, or I'm gonna tase you. Turn over, I'm gonna tase you.
Yes.
Watch your elbow, pardon?
You're trying to joy for me.
Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase him.
They're trying to kill me. Leave me alone.
Stop it.
I see you figured out how to get on the camera.
First of all, ho, it wasn't that they couldn't figure it out. They sent me some shit that didn't have no backdrop, no nothing on me. It said I had to be invited, and I couldn't get invited because you weren't responding to it. Second of all, I never got the email until like 10 minutes ago, so don't start that shit with me. I'm at work, whole tramp.
I said this.
Fuck you mean?
I said multiples to you. What are you talking about?
I only got one.
Oh well, welcome. I thought you just had a problem with the directions.
No, I can read very well. My comprehension. How dare you?
Oh my. Well,
Hey,
anyway, that ain't,
hey, looking at that, Ray. You know what that
that
reminds
nigga
me
was.
of? You know
What
what
that
that
right?
reminds me of? It remind me of the homie Chalk.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that because that's what I was gonna say.
It remind me of the homie Chalk in front of the 10 1/4.
I remember when I pulled out on the police and I didn't even know because I heard him out there. Oh,
Hey,
and I
listen.
pulled out. I said, "Ooh!" And I came out the window with the thing, and I backed up out the window like, "Ooh!"
Hey, listen. I done been with Chalk driving, man, and we done got pulled over, man, and hey, bro, and he pulled that shit, bro. And he was pulling that shit, bro. He was doing all this moving and stuff, bro. I was like, hey man, when they come up to this car, bro, don't say nothing. I got it, bro. He got to acting crazy, bro. They got to, hey man, we didn't open up the car door, bro. And I'm like, man, just be still, bro. Hey man, and I mean, what you want him to? He said, man, get up against the wall, man, and just sit down, man. And you want to run in the middle of the street? What you expect him to do?
Oh man, listen.
I would have slammed the monkey shit out that dude. Okay?
I mean, was he high or something?
He was tripping, bro. That's not. See, this is the bullshit when I pulled the wrong.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
No, well, for the story, yeah.
Oh man,
I was going to say.
Yeah, I would have.
Because when I seen that earlier today, like, this nigga's stupid, bro. Like, what is his fucking problem? You don't understand it.
Yeah, he deserved to get tased.
Absolutely. Yeah. But anyway, the story was from the so cousin of the BLM's co-founder dies after being tased by the police. He flagged down for he had flagged him down for help. At least that's what the story that I was looking for. But this dude was definitely not flagging nobody down for help. That's what that was. He was getting tased. He was like, I need some water. I think he was on fentanyl or something.
Yeah, he was on something, you can tell. You know, he didn't want to.
Got to be careful though now with these motherfuckers being high and having that fentanyl and all that shit in a.
Listen, man, they can't control what these people put in their body.
No. I mean, as far as trying to go apprehend somebody and want to put your hands on them and shit.
Right.
You know? I mean, with the way they saying you can go into cardiac arrest from contact and.
Yeah, they say that's how he died. Was cardiac arrest. The BLM dude or whatever.
So was he on fentanyl or was he just waving somebody down?
I'm looking right now because I think that was the right video. Actually, I'm just looking at the LAPD video. That was just a clip. But I'm on the LAPD site.
I mean, the most thing I can say, hey man, stay off them drugs, man.
Yeah, that ass will be coming for that shit he was going.
I mean, I remember me and George got whooped on by the police with them bully clubs in back of that car, and we didn't do half of what he was doing.
Yeah, he died. The dude died after cardiac arrest, so that was him.
Yeah, that's because he had that fentanyl in him, and yeah. And then he got tased, and that's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, that was the right video.
I mean, based on the video, you know, I don't never cake for them motherfuckers, but I mean, dude kept it calm for as long. He tried to keep it like, man, this, you know, he didn't, you know, he like, man, let's go sit over there. He let him get all the way in the street, still like, man, let's come here. Come on, man, come here. I mean, his whole tone didn't change.
And
he was
didn't
real.
blame me. And he didn't blame me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, that's the main thing.
I'd have slammed the shit out of that. I would have Rick Ford his ass.
You better sit the fuck down and sit this one out.
I mean, because you got to understand, man, when people be high on the drugs, man, depending on what kind of drugs they take, man, some people be, 10 times as strong as they normally are, on them drugs, man, they don't feel nothing. You know what I mean? Like they don't feel no pain. They going through stuff. Like you got to be careful with that. And that cop gave him every chance to sit his ass down.
He even let him pick where he was gonna sit down. He's like, okay, fine, you want to go sit down over here, or you can sit over here.
Hey,
Like, that's fine.
He did way more than most cops gonna do.
For real though. For real.
Hey, that cement would have woke his ass up.
Yeah, I can't. A motherfucker get to holler on that race shit. They better sit that. They can't holler that shit like that shit out the window.
Yeah, that's why you ain't really heard too much about this story, because it's just recently happened, and then they're now now it's coming out as the one of the founder's cousins.
I mean, but you already know what they've been doing with that money, so they've been living the high life.
They need some more money though, so it's got to be another one. So they sacrificed their cousin.
Yeah, they knew better. They knew to sit this one out, nigga. They like you said, they already had a fire. Anyway, they like, nah, I'm gonna sit this one out.
Listen.
Hey, Ray, what's that?
And the panel offers no sympathy, ladies and gentlemen, huh?
Ray, what's that saying you say when you do nigga bullshit? Or no, when you do.
You play stupid games, you win a stupid prize.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it. All day. You know what? One of my employees said that. He says, "Is that they're saying you say that or whatever? Play a stupid game, get a stupid prize." Because I say that shit at work.
I mean, it's sad for anybody to die, but like you guys said, man, them officers did everything. Like, hey, motherfucker, they did everything, but like cuss his ass out. Because I would have been cussing his ass out.
He was acting so stupid. Yeah, no sympathy, Clara. It's just it's hard in this situation, man. He just got tased and then he had a heart attack, so that's terrible that happened afterwards.
Now, was it just me, or did that tase not even affect him, bro? It didn't seem like it did anything.
I mean,
no, it probably got his heart going. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Claire. I mean, let me ask you this. I mean, what kind of sympathy are we supposed to have for someone that is supposed to be, apparently he was doing something he shouldn't have been doing, and they told him to stop. I mean, men in the community, every man on this panel have been held accountable by the police in one way or another. Out there on the streets, I know, and even Don have been held accountable as well. So, I mean, everybody on this panel has been held accountable at one point in time by the police. And they
not Ivory, he's a square bear.
Ivory done had his share too.
I'm just playing. I know that.
And look, Ivory done had his share too. But when they tell your ass to sit down, we know if you don't sit down, we know that there's consequences behind that. Now, this new age way of thinking and doing is that, you can just do whatever you want to do, and they don't. There's no consequence behind that. But in the real world,
lives matter.
Right, but in the real world, we know that if you're doing something wrong, there is a consequence behind that. And unfortunately, he was on that fentanyl and he couldn't sit still.
He was on that fentanyl. Yeah, man, he was tripping, bro. Because I bet you that's probably what they're gonna come and say. They're gonna be like, "Well, he was on that shit."
I love you, Claire.
Yeah, that motherfucker, man. Listen, like,
I'm not saying anything. Just saying y'all. He says y'all a hard time. Yeah, I know, man. This ain't for the faint of heart. It's definitely the show. I mean,
the dude, man. I ain't never seen a police like, nigga. Okay, you can sit like, nigga. He told that man, okay, when I said, cool, you can sit over here, you can sit over there, whatever. It's just chill out. I mean, look how he talked to him like you would talk to your badass kid. Like, come on, stop, please.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all think he was gonna get on the motorcycle and drive away? I did for a hot minute.
Nah, hell no. I knew exactly what time it was. He was pissed at that point, like, because it's kind of like when you keep it so cool and you don't bother nobody, and when they fuck with you and you just snap because you know you being cool, And that's what that was. Like, nigga, he know he had been keeping it cool. And he like, okay, motherfucker, like, nigga, I try to be nice.
I'm
Like,
sick of your
nigga,
shit.
now lay your motherfucking ass down.
It's like he knew he was on. He knew he was. The video camera was on. He followed every proper protocol that he could possibly follow. I mean, the dude ain't sitting still. What am I supposed to do, man? I need you to sit still, man. Like I said, he lucky he didn't get shot. In most cases, people is getting shot behind that.
I would slam the fuck out of him, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I knew what time it was when he was trying to maneuver his way towards the street. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the police knew this ain't his first rodeo, but he trying to give him all the benefit of the doubt. Like, come on, bro. Like, nigga, I see what you doing. Like, you ain't gonna outrun this bike, so I'm not even tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, come on, bro. Like, I see you trying to angle towards the street. I see all the shit, but just sit down, bro. Just chill out. And nigga, okay, cool. Like, he even let him get far. He just kept saying, "Come back, come here, man, come back." Like, nigga, okay, you gonna run for it? Cool.
They didn't even press on him like that though. It looked like though, you know, like because they usually go in. They ain't even feel let him do none of that.
I go harder on the kids at the house than they went on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been giving them. I've been trying to take necks out and all that over here. So I mean, like, he got a slap on the wrist. Like, I go harder on the kids, like, on a regular day than they went on him.
It's fucked up. He died and all that, but
that's the bad part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, as far as
it was in his cards.
I mean, if they was being that forceful, you think they couldn't have rolled him over if they wanted to? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nigga, they asking him, like, come on, bro, just like, come on, like, nigga, I won't even finna how you do this, but you tripping now. You way too out of control. Let me roll you over so I can contain your motherfucking ass.
Like I said, he on them drugs, man. When you on them drugs, man, you can't sit still, man. You super strong. You ain't feeling nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's all kind of stuff that's going on, man. Like, they ain't got time for that. And then you running in the middle of the street, so now you endangering other people.
Yep.
He did a move, like, just like when I get the belt and Kamara, it's time for that. He gets to backing up and trying to run in different corners of the house and trying to save himself. Ain't nothing happening. Ain't no saving yourself.
And you walking toward him and you got the thing.
I already got the belt now.
You get to backing up on him. Like, hold on a minute. Hold on, Mom.
Yeah, I already gave you every opportunity, and now I got to cut you. You know, it's a wrap.
All you doing is prolonging this situation.
Clearly, just go ahead and get it over with. I'm gonna whoop you regardless.
And I bet you, and as cool as level-headed as that cop sounded, I bet you when he sat him down, nigga, he probably wouldn't even cuff him. Nothing. He probably would just like, hey, so what's going on? Like, what were you doing over there in that alley? You know what I'm saying? Peeking in that window or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm gonna need you to, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, he turned something that he probably wouldn't even went to jail for to, yeah, bro.
So, let's see here.
That's all bad. Sometimes like you gotta know when to just go on and just, hey, fuck it, man, and just have a little private conversation and get him out your life. You know what I'm saying? Let him feel like he won. Okay, officer, yeah, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
So there was some type of crash, and the officers were flagged down for help. It says,
he hit somebody on that fentanyl.
It says after a crash.
I mean, I don't know what kind of fentanyl y'all talking about, but fentanyl don't have you doing nothing. You sleep. Fentanyl is not an upper.
I don't know what he was on then, because he looked confused.
It wasn't no fentanyl, because fentanyl ain't gonna have you up doing all. You're gonna be somewhere.
So what you say, meth? Would you say
methamphetamines or something, perhaps, and with a little bit of something else, maybe. But methamphetamines is gonna. I mean, but the fentanyl is gonna have you in a heroin knot somewhere, like. Yeah, you're not doing all what he's doing.
Oh, do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, you're not. I can't.
What happened?
I did the heroin knot on it.
Oh.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, that's not gonna work.
You heard him. They said they're gonna try to George Floyd me, and the irony is that he died.
Oh, they gonna. That's over with.
But I mean, my thing is that he brought it on himself. Like,
Yep.
I mean, that's dumb. Like, it's not gonna work. That's not gonna fly. Ain't nobody stupid. You know what I mean? You all. Never mind. I'm almost said it again.
Yeah. He wrecked his car and he was running like, fuck out of here, like nigga.
So wasn't nothing even finna fucking happen, bro. They were gonna be like, nigga, call it. Here's a citation. Nigga, contact the insurance company like that. Like,
man, he looked like he was fucked up, bro. He was going to jail. He knew
They
it.
said that he was full of cocaine, nigga. I don't know what
There it is.
right over here.
There
They
it
like,
is.
yeah,
There
that
it
nigga
is.
was. Maybe that nigga was high as a kite, nigga. He crashed his whip, nigga, hopped out the car and hit and run. So he's trying
bro,
to
that
dip
police
out.
don't want to do no paperwork, bro. You can hear the bro. He didn't want to, bro. He didn't even want to deal with that shit. He just wanted to find out what the fuck was going on because he had to. Like, nigga, I done been in situations, nigga, where the police done pulled up on me. Like, look, bro, I'm like, you want my ID? Or he like, nigga, I don't want nothing from you. Like, I'm only over here because I have to respond because I was called. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't even be fucking talking to you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, so yeah, bro, boom, okay, cool, everything Gucci. Nigga, I'm on about my day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dude didn't have time for that shit, bro. He wasn't on no.
He had
trying
way
to
too many opportunities to
abuse his authority or none of that shit. If he was gonna be overzealous, he'd have smashed him as soon as he seen him. Nigga, he'd have pushed him all up against the motherfucking the door and cuffed him in some more shit.
But here's the thing that I'm having trouble with this whole story is the fact that they say that he's the cousin of BLM co-founder. They put that in the headlines of this story. But you know, I mean, I know, I get
So
all
what?
that. But they put that
Here
in
we
there.
go with that
because, they're trying
ABCDEFG shit again.
They're trying to trigger people with the headlines. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
this
And then when you
time.
watch that, and this is what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? And it's like you look at the situation like this. Well, he got tased. He didn't get shot. You know, not that matters because George Floyd, they put a knee on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, what the fuck were you doing? You crashed your car and then you running from the police. If you didn't do nothing or it was an accident, you ain't running from the police acting all erratic and like a weirdo. But they want to put this shit in there and trigger people, and then they want to try putting it in the news. But I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this is gonna work this time.
It's not gonna get no gas. It's not. And if it do, it's only gonna be from them slow people that don't have a good comprehension level and are uneducated and don't know how to read. You know what I'm saying? But that shit ain't gonna fly. That shit is not gonna fly. Fuck out of here.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, anyway, enough of that guy. He was making me mad when I was watching the video, bro. I was like, I was just slapping him like, bitch, sit down, ho. Just get the cuffs, ho. It's gonna be over quick, you freak. Like, seriously though, why? What? It's not even worth all that, bro. When
Listen,
you know
man.
you ain't finna get, when you know you're not finna get away, bro.
Listen, man,
no matter how fast you are,
just be quiet. Just be quiet and go down. Just be quiet, man, and go down there, man. And just here, man, take me, man. You caught me. You know what I'm
if they
saying?
got
Like,
you, if they got you, they got you, bro.
P red.
The fuck?
P motherfucking red.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well, I feel, prayers to his family on some real shit, but that nigga was tripping.
That was some coon. Look, that was some coon shit.
Yep. And so Jax sent me this story where this woman, she was ordered to pay back employer for time theft after computer software caught her slacking on the job. Oh my. Let me see this. I think I have that kind of spyware too on my shit. So I can track my employees. So I can see what they're writing.
That remote work shit, bro. The motherfuckers just think, I get to work at home, so I get to, man, they be on your ass with that software and IP.
Oh man, I put the
they can tell how long you logged in your computer and all that shit.
yeah, I need to get that for mine, man. I got somebody right now, man. They was supposed to be. They had a bunch of interviews lined up, man. It was like 5 interviews, and like I guess like four of them didn't show up or something, and it's like kind of like 2 days in a row, you know. And my woman was like, well, out of the first day, how come she just didn't just decide to do like a group interview? You know, like, because I'm looking at the thing, I'm like, so you got 9 hours that I'm paying for that is unaccountable, I'm not getting billed, or what's going on?
What's that?
No, I got an employee that's supposed to be doing some interviews, and and they had like 4 interviews lined up, and did nobody show up, but on their calendar was like back to back to back to back, so it's like 4 or 5 hours that is booked for interviews, and did none of them show up, and it's like, okay, well, for 2 days. So
and they're trying to claim these hours for work.
Right. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, we can't do that again. You know,
So what you're saying is that they book the interviews, block the time out,
right?
But they didn't show up,
right?
So what did you do? What did you do for the day? What was your work for the day then? If you weren't conducting interviews, is that what you're saying?
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Like,
I'm just trying to make sure I'm clear with this.
Right. So there's nothing going on for these unaccounted 5 hours.
So what was you doing?
Right. So what was you doing?
2 days though. So that's 10 hours, bro.
This is 2 days. So after the first day, my wife was like, well, after the first day, how come she just didn't say, well, apparently this process is not working out. Maybe I just need to do a group interview and just have these 4 or 5 people come in all here at one time and do it that way, instead of wasting my whole day waiting on people that ain't
how long do you set your interviews typically?
Normally an interview, I mean, for them is probably about 30 minutes.
Okay. You know, here's your deal. I'm gonna tell you like this. If how many positions you trying to fill?
I had 3 positions I was trying to fill.
Oh, you got them filled already then?
No.
Well,
I'm still trying to fill. I got one of them filled right now, but I think I still need another 3.
Oh yeah, I want to see. I would like to see your things because we've been doing speed ones, you know, in and out, 15 minutes.
Oh, 15 minutes?
15 minutes, nigga. We used to do longer ones, but that shit gets, you know. I mean, they're good at certain situations.
Small talk anyway. The longer
it does, but they're long interviews though. I mean, like we do those and we do panels, so it's not just one person. You know what I'm saying? It's like 3 or 4 of us, you know, and it's one person getting interviewed. And so with that, we started because you know we had a high turnover, and so we trying to, you know, fill positions. We had a hiring event, and then we did speed, you know, like speed dating type of thing. You know, it's 15 minutes or, you know, 10, 15 minutes. We have 4 main questions that cover behavior, you know what I'm saying, skills, how you deal with conflict, you know, the major things that you would expect, or, you know, that type of thing. And then you kind of conversate about that, see what you got. You look at the rest, see what kind of, you know, experience they got. And you just kind of go through it like that, and you go through what the expectations are, in and out. Then you can kind of, you know, are you in on these interviews?
No, I don't sit. I normally don't sit in on interviews until like the last one. When they call back for a second interview, then I'll sit in on that.
So you guys do second interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If he was in on the interview, she couldn't have stole the time, you freak.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, what the heck? I'm looking at the calendar. I'm like,
Good one.
And I call my clinical director. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to switch this up because this ain't working. I can't.
I would have to be in on my shits, bro. Fuck that. Ain't you bitching? I want to see what type of personality and energy I'm bringing into my company.
Yeah, I normally, like I said, normally if they make it to the second round, that's when I normally get in, because a lot of times
how that happens anyway. You know what I'm saying?
We get people playing around. I mean, we might, bro. I had somebody from the South. Where was she from? Like Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Caucasian woman. And she came in there, man, and said, I asked her, like, have you ever, worked with a cultural specific population? And she said, oh yeah, where I'm from, I worked at the HIV clinic, and I worked with all the blacks and the gays.
Oh.
She said the blacks and the what?
And the gays. At the HIV clinic, right?
Yeah. But
Right, you know what I did?
Honest, what you say?
And you know what I did through that interview?
What's
This was
that?
a live interview. This wasn't a Zoom interview. This was a live interview.
You pulled her out?
Right. I got up and just walked out.
Bro, you should have hired her on the spot.
Right. I just looked at her and just got up and walked out, bro. And my clinical director, she just looked at me. I was just like, oh, I can't do this. Because I'm going to say something bad to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she was honest, bro.
No, she most definitely was. She was a little bit too honest. She wasn't, like I said, she wasn't for us. You know what I mean?
No, bro, you're not catching it though, Scooty. That's her idea of working with the culturally specific nigga,
right.
The HIV clinic. Like that's
Hey,
no.
Well, listen.
If that's her experience, that's her experience.
It is. That's what I say. Because the thing is what you at. What the thing was is like if she worked in the clinic and there was culturally specific for people in the black community, there were the blacks. The gays, whatever the case was, that was her. But that was her working in that environment, right? Right or wrong.
But the HIV clinic is not culturally specific, ho. It's for whoever has HIV.
Not. But there are situations where you have clinics and people that have programs for specific. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're going to deny anybody, but what I'm saying is to help target those areas, those hard to get areas. And so that's not, something, you know what I'm saying? So I just, I hear that and I'm like, well, I mean, we laughing and shit, but I mean, really, what, I mean, how was she really wrong with that though? That's really my question.
She's a therapist. She's a therapist and she should have
more text.
We'll have more, better bedside manner, better bedside manner. And she's sitting there and she said the blacks.
Yeah,
and she looked right at me when she said it.
Yeah. No, I got you.
And I just looked at her. I just walked out and I just said,
it's like I don't got no time for this shit.
I said, I'm out.
Hey,
and that's when I said, you know what? I need to be when y'all think that this person is a good candidate for that second interview, I'll sit in on that. But I don't want to sit in on these first interviews no more. I can't do that.
But wouldn't you want and we Monday morning quarterbacking this shit, you know what I mean? It's your shit. But I'm just saying, like when you want somebody as a clinician is gonna keep it 100 rough and raw.
Well, no.
Not like that, bro.
Because that's not your job. That's not your job as a clinician. Your job as a clinician is to guide is to be a guide for a client. It's not to keep it real and raw. That's not your job as a clinician.
If that's the case, he might as well hire Booger Wolf.
Right.
But here's the thing. Oh God. So no, Clara says she's lacking in what they call cultural sensitivity, and so I could agree with that part of it, like lack of bedside manner.
People sensitive, bro. They tender and wet, nigga.
Sensitive, my ass. I bet you right now,
sensitive and wet.
Ivory, you know what it ended up happening? What ended up happening is she would end up talking to one of my clients and saying something, and then there'll be a lawsuit down the road because she don't know how to communicate to a client. And as me as a boss, I can't have that. If you don't know how to talk to me, I can imagine what you're saying back there to the clients. So
I bet you when she got in court, she'd have been. If they wouldn't have been the blacks no more, they would have been the African American community or some shit like that. I bet you they wouldn't have been the blacks and the gays no more. How much you want to bet?
Because what happens is for most black people that come into therapy, they're leery anyway. And especially if the clinician don't look like them. So if they're going into a situation where the clinician don't look like them and they're hearing this language and they're hearing this ego that's coming from this language, they're looking for something to suit. They're looking for a reason, and she
Yeah, but
gonna give you a reason.
What if she got dreads and got a black boyfriend or husband named Leroy? Is that
That don't matter, man.
You're
They got
I swear I hate you. I hate you sometimes. You're so ignorant.
You talking about one of them ones that say I can say nigga because I have a black kid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
With the haircut, the short haircut. With the side bun.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
pretty calm. Shit.
I can say
Baby,
nigga. I
but
got
nigga.
3 black kids.
Oh man,
I got you, Jermaine. I got you.
Well, nigga, I'm telling you, I mean, I just say that because I've been in interviews similar to that before, and yeah, you know, I get the reaction. I have a couple of times.
I mean, you'll get in trouble, you know, if you don't. I mean, especially, and that's why a lot of times I don't like giving interviews either, because I don't really get these pronouns and these gender things, and I don't get the verbiage. You know what I mean?
No, we don't. That language, man. You know, they told us that we had to be doing that, having the pronouns and stuff. I'm not putting none of that shit on my.
But that's what I'm saying is I don't understand all that. So when I see a man, hey, how you doing, sir? You know what I mean? Not understanding like he, she, her. I don't get all that, and nor do I care to get it. So I kind of stay out of that because you know what I mean. That's not my thing.
I'm just not going to acknowledge anybody who got a problem with it.
I was at Valvoline today getting an oil change, and the lady walked into my car, and she was like, "Is you getting an oil change?" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And then I kind of like felt like self-conscious, like shit. I mean, because she looked kind of I'm like, dudely. I'm like, should I call her ma'am? Did she go by ma'am? Like, I'm like, nigga, I shouldn't have to feel that motherfucking way. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't know how to address a motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't care, sir, ma'am, sir.
Hey, did you guys know that they also classify themselves as clowns? Did you guys? Hey, bro, I'm dead serious. I'm about to look it up right now. We was talking about it at work because I got my first email where it clearly looked like a young woman, but it had she, her, or her. It said she, her on the email, and so that brought us to talking about all the different pronouns and shit that they got now, clowns, and I'll show you. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Man, I got work to do, man. I ain't got time to be studying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
I mean, most jobs now and shit they got, you know, especially in that line of work, like, you know what I'm saying, they got like mandatory fucking sensitivity trainings, and I mean, I know it's your shit, so it's a little different, but you know what I'm saying, like, you got to go through trainings for that shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, all my staff, my staff most definitely, they go through all kind of training, man. But for me personally, I got other things to do, so I don't really worry about that. I try my best to just know people's names and call them by their last name or something like that. Other than that, I can't.
If you hung up on that type of shit, man, then I'm just gonna try to do just so that I won't have to offend your motherfucking ass, and I ain't fucking with you. It's just that I'm gonna just keep it simple, man. If you caught up with that, if that's your thing and that moves you to, you know, you go stand for something, man, I can't fuck with you. I mean, I don't want no harm to come on you, but I can't deal with none of that, bro.
It's a big deal too. Like, I'm like,
it is.
Yeah.
It is, but I choose not to subscribe. I mean, subscribe. You know, I don't feel like I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but I don't. Why are you trying to make this more complicated than it has to be? I just don't understand that. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the fucking times we in, bro.
Yeah.
Did you finally watch The Best Man, Scooty?
Nah, bro.
This nigga.
You watched it? Look, I watched it. I watched the one that came out 5 years ago, and I watched the new episodes of it. That was good, actually, right? That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, man.
We
Fuck.
talking about.
It's like every time I turn around, like shouldn't even be doing down to the ER for shit. Okay, for nothing. They got all these fucking nurses. You bitches are making buku money. Draw your own fucking blood. Do your own fucking lab.
Man, listen, Don, you know the nurses don't want to do nothing.
What I'm saying is, we got a whole motherfucker down there that's supposed to be drawing labs for the ER. Why am I receiving a page right now? Why am I getting another page?
Get to work, god damn it.
Don been on here for an hour chilling. Look,
I've been moving around. I ain't been on here an hour.
No, she only been on for about 20 minutes.
She said I've been moving around.
Yeah. But man, shit.
They shooting? What was that?
No, I'm at a hotel, man. My daughter down here playing volleyball, so I'm at a hotel. I'm in the actually where the pool is at. In the pool room.
It sound like some shooting. I heard something different.
Oh no, I'm not gonna be around none of that.
Oh no, he had some luck shit. You know what I'm saying?
So it's gonna be also, I think this was the thing you was at, Jermaine. Let's see.
I'm tired.
Me too.
Kevin, you down here? Huh?
Yeah, but that spyware though, bro. You might have to get on that though.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. I'm already on it. They don't know though. Well, they know now. If they watching. I know what you motherfuckers be talking. I know you ones don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit. Oh, it don't even bother me. Let's see.
Portland Police Chief Chuck Lavelle also touched on the verdict during a news conference today and the potential for unrest that may result. He said the Bureau is aware and monitoring and will deal with the situation as necessary. However, the main focus today was on Portland's gun violence and the police staffing situation. KGW's Mike Benner joins us with a closer look at those aspects. Mike?
Well, Earl, good evening. Chief Chuck Lavelle said he is grateful for the extra funding City Council signed off on 2 days ago. He says he wants to start adding officers as soon as possible, but he says it takes time. That's because the Bureau laid off its recruitment manager and others directly involved in the hiring process a long time ago when the money wasn't there. Chief Lavelle says right now he's working hard to rebuild what he calls the hiring machine. Once that's done, they can start hiring the additional officers for the streets. All of this comes at a very violent time in the Rose City. So far this year, there have been more than 1,100 shootings in Portland. 57 of those were deadly. The enhanced community safety team is working the streets already, and the chief hopes to have another specialized team, the new focused intervention team, on the streets early next year. These teams will work to get justice for victims of gun violence and their families, of course.
Their cases are important to us. The tragedy of losing a loved one to gun violence or in any other means is just devastating to a family.
All right, Chief Lavelle also addressed the unusually high number of drivers and pedestrians who have died on Portland streets this year. There have been dozens. The chief says it's getting darker earlier. It's wet, of course. He urges people to slow down and be cautious.
But damn, 1,100 shootings and only 57 people dead though. Like, what the fuck is everybody shooting at?
Nothing.
I'm just trying to say, but 57 homicides already?
I mean, I get that part.
In
but
January?
1,100 fucking shootings.
Hold on.
No. That must have for last year. Hell no, they ain't talking about no fucking January.
Okay, I'm finna say, like, what? I'm
Nigga,
just
we'd
like,
be at a world record. Damn, like, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, man. Like, niggas, what is
It's
it,
only
Chicago or
13th,
some shit? Right. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, wait. That's what I was kind of like. She said this year on the report, so I'm sitting like, I said, I hear about murders and shit, but I ain't heard that many goddamn murders. I started getting like my anxiety started kicking up, nigga. I'm like, oh, nigga, I gotta roll hot, nigga. I gotta roll hot.
I mean, but like we talked about on the last one, like I said, 30 to 40% of those homicides is coming from, those homeless camps.
Yeah, we did holler about that.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. On God, like they ain't playing no games, bro.
And we don't want to do nothing about the homeless, and there's no stiff penalties being brought. So people, drugs is pretty much free. You can get caught with drugs and pretty much walk the streets with no consequence. And so you got
they doing something with the homeless. They putting them all in the communities, nigga, and let them do what the fuck they want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just go thug it out. You know what I'm saying? And we calling it that we trying to find y'all housing and shit, even though we letting y'all just goon it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are we gonna let y'all just park anywhere y'all want to park? And they might be parking in front of my house. They can't park in my neighborhood, but they might be parked in somebody else's neighborhood in front of their house. And I mean, they're allowing this just to happen and just to be in front of everybody's faces, and then say, well, what do we do? And all this sympathy, is being put out there, and it's just like there's just no accountability. Taxpayers is mad. I'm mad, man. I'm paying taxes and I'm seeing what's happening, and this ain't right.
You see how he's stunning on niggas though? He was like, they can sit in front of your house, but they can't sit in front of my house. Like he had to let y'all. What I mean by saying that is that the how my neighborhood association is, they're not. It's not.
Oh, you part of HOA?
Yeah, they ain't.
Oh yeah, they ain't. Man, shit. They can't even get a goddamn flat tire in front of your shit.
I mean, I can't even park in front of my house, a certain way, for too long. Garbage.
I know. I think we all want to do something about the homeless, but I don't know what.
I ain't paying for shit. Fuck that.
She asked what we think about them throwing water on hosing them down. That ain't cool. Like, I ain't for that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You said holding them down.
She said they throwing water on them and hosing them like the riot type days. It sounds like what she's saying. I mean,
no. So there was a story. There was a story where this guy had hosed down. Had sprayed a homeless woman, I believe, with water. Just
trying to be funny, like I'm giving you a shower or some shit.
I don't believe men are disrespecting nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the bullshit. I didn't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, everybody deserves respect, but at the same time, and you can't be parked in front of my house either.
Yeah, but that shit wasn't cool. Yeah, Geneva.
No, I don't know. You most definitely can't do that. I don't believe in that at all. I don't believe in bullying nobody at all.
Yeah, I don't understand that. When I seen that shit, I was like, you dirty motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, you kick them up, talk about kicking somebody while they down, That's just one of the worst thing. I mean, none of us like to see the homeless population where it is and shit, but just to take it to the next level and then to start harassing and assaulting these people, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing. Now if they got encampments in your backyard or they park in front of your house and shit, they stealing your windshield wipers and shit, I get it, but still,
and that's a real thing, ladies and gentlemen, stealing your windshield wipers. Yeah, that actually happened to me. So yeah, that's a real thing.
I mean, my nephew's car have been broke in like 6 times in the last 3 months.
Did they steal his windshield wipers?
Bro, they done stole everything.
Windshield wipers.
I can't say they did that. I think they done siphoned some gas out of his car. They done did all kind of stuff to him, man.
Hey, they just stole my dad's license plates off his truck last week.
Oh, it says so. And the other day, a woman was sprayed with water on a couple of homeless, and she was a part of a humane company. Had a t-shirt on with the company name on it and got blasted by the guy who caught her. Oh, so they out here wilding on these homeless people. Says, I don't think extra money needs to be spent. I believe the money is already there and that funds just keep getting reallocated.
Mayor for mayor.
Here it is.
Yeah, the funds are most definitely there, and
I just don't think they creative enough to come or talented enough to come up with a plan to fix it or to even try to fix it.
Well, they got a harm reduction. They got a harm reduction thing that they're doing, and it just for housing it don't work. You know, because you just saying, hey, you on the street, I'm gonna give you a home. I'm gonna give you an apartment and a place to stay, and that's supposed to fix everything. Or at least once we get you in the home, now we gonna see if you want services or not. And if you don't want services, it's okay. You can go at your own speed. And you know, life just don't work like that. And you rewarding bad behavior.
Yep.
You know, and that's the problem. So you making people that do everything the right way, they're making it look at it like, okay, well, why should I go to work and why should I do all this stuff if, you know, there's no reward for it, and the person that messed up their life and doing whatever, you know, they get all the resources, they get all the love, they get free apartments, they get free this and free that. Their whole life is subsidized. So what does that look like for the?
Yeah.
So what
they
does that
don't
look
engage
like?
in the service, like you said.
You know,
they don't have to.
Good point. That's a
I mean, imagine. I mean, we all know people that, you know, whether uncles or cousins or whatever, that's 50, 60-year-old, and they done played their whole life playing around, just playing, running up and down the streets, messing with women, doing drugs, doing all this stuff, and they got a one-bedroom apartment, and they paying $50 a month in a building where the rent is $1,800.
Hey, don't get me started. I know.
He getting it how he live.
Man.
Dropping 50, you sitting up there looking at that motherfucker. Like,
and the person paying $1,800 a month, and that person that's paying $50 a month is living in the same place that person is paying $1,800 a month, you know, for rent on. What does that person paying $1,800 a month looking at that person paying $50 a month? What does that look like? There's going most definitely there's going to be some resentment.
Hey, how much is Section 8 average about?
Man, you get a 2-bedroom.
No rent. There's zero rent. Some motherfuckers.
Yeah.
She's not talking about, she says I'm definitely not talking about subsidizing in that regard. When she mentioned the word subsidized, she's talking about when it comes to housing. If you want to try to be,
and I knew somebody that had a 4-bedroom house with a full basement, bar, and all that, paying $150 a month, and was complaining that they couldn't come up with the money to pay utilities.
Listen, that's not good money management.
And this person was not hooked on drugs. This person did not have a mental disorder or any of that. You know, they were a well functioning person, but they just worked the system.
And probably stayed in them fresh J's. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, everybody was freshmen, but when that utility time came, it was a problem.
Oh yeah, man.
I know the type.
Listen,
so it's like, you know, how's the person supposed to feel about that, man? You living in this, man. It's like, if I'm paying taxes, I'm paying for your living. I pay for that.
Yep. But like,
there's
when
also
it comes
people
to,
that get those subsidized things and they work and they take care of their stuff.
That's not who he's talking about.
But what I'm saying,
no,
well, my thing is, if you're working, then you don't need to be subsidized in no housing.
That part.
No, that's not necessarily true.
That's
Because
not
then we talk about how much you're making then, right?
That's not my problem, right? That's not my problem.
I know, but you made the statement that if you working, you don't need subsidies and housing, but if you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like this is how it's looked at. You know what I'm saying? This is how they look at it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if a motherfucker don't make a certain amount of money, you know, and he can't afford fucking rent, you know what I'm saying? And so then he's going to, you know, what are we going to do for that person? And so they subsidize whatever, make up the difference so that they can put the motherfuckers in a certain area or whatever. That's what this is.
You can't have it both ways. You can't say, well, this person's on subsidies and they ain't even working and they ain't even doing this, but this person is working. Okay, so then that can't be the argument that the person ain't working and they on subsidies. If you don't want a person that is working not have subsidies either.
I don't want if you're working.
I mean, you're building yourself, but I feel like
just like the next person too. So what difference do it make?
So who should receive subsidies then?
What I'm saying is like this. As far as how I look at subsidies or whatever that is to me it's something to help you get back into the workforce or whatever it was, or get back to where you're getting, a livable wage, and a wage and earn amount of money that you can take care of yourself, pay rent, get food, those type of things.
But that's called education.
I mean, education to a certain degree. I mean,
You're
everybody ain't college now.
But the problem of it is that people are on lifelong subsidies.
That can be a problem. Yeah, but here's the thing though, that no matter, people gonna do what you allow them to do. So if you don't do something at the top in leadership, and when you start legislating and putting in these type of fucking restrictions to these people, they're gonna do what you allow them to do. So this has been set up for them to do this. It's not like just people is just, I'm just gonna do this and I'm getting over on somebody. No, if it's there for people to do, they're gonna take advantage of it if there's a loophole. And this is what's happening right now. So until they fix that, we can't sit here and point the finger at motherfuckers that get over on subsidies because we pay tax. We pay tax for a whole lot of bullshit. This is just one of many things. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit there and act, I mean, if we want to do something about it, you have a right to feel away, but you also, that's when legislation come in. And what are you going to, do as far as that is concerned to start, stopping that to where it is used more so as a way to help people bounce back, not be dependent on it, but help them bounce back into society and be productive, versus people who's just on the tit and just, I'm just gonna keep working it, because they not fixing that. And that's the problem.
But what I will say to that though, you know what I'm saying, for those people that are working and the whole, bounce, like to get on your feet type of deal, the way that these subsidies are designed, it's designed to where it's to cap you at a certain wage anyway. The whole thing is so, and once the whole thing is, say for instance, you got a kid, so it's you and one kid, and say for instance the wage the cap is 50,000. Nigga, once you make 51,000, bye Section 8.
Yes,
it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You don't get, you know what I'm saying? And the whole thing is, say for instance, once it's gone, 2 months down the later, you lose your job. Oh fucking well, nigga, that Section 8 is gone. You know what I'm saying? And before then, even before you hit that cap, what they do is, you making $49,000. Well, nigga, we only paying $75. You know what I'm saying? But what they do is people, they stay. So what they'll do is they're afraid to go above that wage, because they're like, well, shit, I'm only making barely above the cap amount, but it's still not enough to live. So I have to stay at this $26 an hour. Just for example, I can't take $28 an hour, because if I do, 28 ain't really enough for me to still pay my bills or whatever. But now I don't have any subsidies. You see what I'm saying? So I got to stay at this 26. And so that's, you know what I'm saying, for motherfuckers that's afraid. They don't have to do anything, but that's the way, that's what the catch thing that the situation they put motherfuckers in. And so motherfuckers is like, okay, and then they use it, like you said, how they abuse it as a crutch is they use it as a what if thing. They like, okay, well, I'm going to stay at this 26 just in case I lose my job or whatever. Then I can go back to paying nothing. And that's where, like you said, that's where the problem lies, because they're not trying to elevate. You see what I'm saying?
And like you said, the system is set up for you not to try, because like you said, if I make $1,000 over what I was supposed to make, I'm gonna lose all this. So you know what? I might as well not do nothing. I might as well not do nothing and keep getting these subsidies. I'm not. It's not designed for you to get ahead. That's the point. It's not designed for that. It's designed as a
She said if you make 15 and 20, you cannot afford $1,800 a month rent.
Get two jobs. Get two jobs.
That's true. A lot of people do.
Get two jobs.
Absolutely.
My dad worked 2 jobs for 30 years. He was a parole officer and he worked at the Rose Quarters. Come on now.
It's
clear. Get to work nowadays. That's what it is.
We have to demand the cost of living be brought under control. There are multiple ways of doing this, but our current government structure has us relegated to inflation.
Well, the dollar ain't worth nothing, and that's a
world, we don't produce.
Issue. Right.
Yeah,
That's
because we don't
an
produce.
economic issue.
It says, which in
Import,
turn
export
leaves
issue.
many people struggling, even if they are employed. Yeah, we have the working poor. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, and the problem of it is that most people are not educated either. Most people have jobs and not careers.
That's true.
So you have a
Actually,
whole population that are not seeking higher education or anything else or whatever, and then they mad.
yeah, but I mean, but higher education, man, this is a small percentage. I mean, you look at the people that like your highest earners and successful people are motherfuckers who dropped out. So that's you're talking about people going into an academic, but listen, but like I said, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, millionaires, not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody who fucking, the school. But I'm saying my point is, and I mentioned that is because when it comes to academia and all that type of shit, going to college, you create debt as you go in. You know what I'm saying? Off top.
I mean, you can say that, right? But at the end of the day, what did you have to do to make more money?
I had to go to work.
No, but what did you have to do though? You took certain training. And you
but it wasn't college. You see what I'm saying?
And there's only one position, Jermaine.
I just said a higher education. So that could be a trade.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, then I agree. Then if you put it like that, then yeah. If we're not saying within the confines of college or going to getting all that shit. Okay,
right. But the whole thing is, Jermaine, in his company, everybody can't be the fucking manager. There can only be one manager. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So everybody can go just as hard as Ray or whatever. That don't mean they're not going just as hard. That don't mean they're not educated. They took the same trainings as Ray. They did all the shit Ray's doing, but Ray got the job. See what I'm saying? So it's not that these
in life, there's winners and there's losers, and that's just the way life is, man. Everybody ain't gonna win.
So because they didn't win the position, that means they shouldn't have shit and fucking. So then you have more homeless. You definitely have motherfuckers in your front door.
I didn't say that they shouldn't have shit, but what I'm saying is that they should live within their means. So if they gotta have,
they can't. The cost of living there, it's not possible.
Listen,
that's in your means.
Well, I mean, nowadays, as you see it, it's normally two people in the household that's working. You better get you a mate and love on them and share these bills. Then you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. I mean, that's just the way of the world. You can't complain about how things is going and you ain't willing to do nothing about it. I mean, you got to figure it out. Everybody got to go through the same thing.
Straight ahead, just like that. He's like, fuck that, dude. No remorse.
It's winners and losers. I mean, that's just what it is. We all ain't gonna get that job. We all ain't gonna get that. We all ain't gonna be millionaires. We all ain't.
We understand that. We just saying being able to have to be able to live. And so if a motherfucker making $17 or whatever dollars an hour, there's only one head manager at Popeyes. So everybody ain't finna be the motherfucking manager. There's gonna be the fry guy, there's gonna be the cashier. So it don't mean they took all the same training, they all interviewed, but only one person got the job. So what about the cashier?
So you know what happens? If he has a problem with that, this is America. You can go find another position somewhere else doing that same shit and good for a higher position.
There's only so many management. There has to be a cashier. No matter what, there has to be a fry guy in order for you to be a manager.
But if the fry guy got the supervisor trainer or the manager training nigga and he went for the interview and he didn't get it because I got it, nigga, he gonna be like, okay, well, I can either deal with this or I'm cool with what I'm making. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna have to find another opportunity to do it or another route to get in that, get to that position.
I get what you're saying in premise.
Or you might have to live somewhere where the cost of living is not as high.
Where's that at?
You got to figure.
I mean, really though, it's like that doesn't even make sense. There's a lot of people that have, like, let's just use me for example. Like, I have one kid right now that's mine that I take care of, and I'm doing me. But now I have 4 because I'm taking care of my grandchildren to make sure that they have a better life. And I might need certain things to help me make sure I take care of these kids because there's nobody else helping me take care of these kids.
But guess what, Don?
But guess what, my ass? Because it's always somebody that had a silver spoon or had a great life as a child coming up that wants to point the finger and say what somebody else can and can't.
But says who? You say, well, who are those people when you say that?
No, because I'm like, I've heard it before. Like, look, well, people got to do better. I don't want to pay the taxes. I don't want to do this, and I understand that. I don't want to pay taxes for certain things either.
You
because I know a
chose to
couple
take
people-
on. You chose to
But
take
my
on
thing-
3 kids that wasn't yours. That's what you chose to do. So we
So
all
where they
have
gonna
choices
go?
in life.
But
Now,
where are they
whoever
gonna go? To the
kids.
States?
So let's say this. So whoever kids those are that you're taking care of, right? That is really their responsibility to take care of those kids. You're taking that burden on yourself. If it was just you and Devin, you would be okay, right?
Yeah,
But now
I'm
you
gonna be okay
got,
regardless.
but you got 3-4 other kids that you're taking care of.
Just 3.
So
My grandkids.
so we all have choices.
Yes,
That's
we do,
and that's
either
and that's
way.
the choice that you chose to make.
So what? They're my grandkids. I'm not gonna leave them. None
But
of mine know
what
what.
he's saying is, being that it's your choice, that it shouldn't be anybody else's responsibility to have to cover your choices. I get your argument, Jermaine.
I get your argument too. I do get your argument, but I mean, at the same time, it's just like nobody's saying that, but there's still things out here. People still got to survive no matter what. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Regardless, no matter what. So just because some people may be in a position to where they can live and do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, good, kudos, great for you. But there's still real life things that happen out here. There's still circumstances. There's still real life issues to take place, and it doesn't matter what education you got. Like Ray said, some of the richest people are dropouts. You know what
Don't
I'm
have
saying?
kids.
So, I mean,
Don't have kids. Don't have 2-3 kids if you can't take care of them. Don't
I
get
mean, I
married
get
if you
that
can't
too.
have kids.
I get
There's
that
all
too.
there's all kind of things that
I
play
used to
into that.
say, I used to say, I said that in a song. I said, don't breed them if you can't feed them. But
Man, don't bring the kids in if you know the dad ain't shit and you having babies by niggas that ain't nothing and they done left you with 2-3 kids. Whose fault is that?
It ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying
No.
you.
No, I mean, I'm just saying that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I get you.
But I will say this though, Jermaine.
Jermaine.
So without these subsidies, and like you said, you talking about the homeless now, where all these motherfuckers finna go?
Right.
That ain't got no. You see what I'm saying?
My thing is this: how did they get here in the first
In front of
place?
your house, they gonna be in your house.
How did they get here in the first place?
They got bust up here from other
Man,
other
right.
cities.
All these laws and all this other kind of stuff. Legislation was being easy on people and letting people come into this state, sucking up resources that people that are from here deserve to have. Like I said, we are one of the richest states that get all the money when it comes to subsidies for housing and behavioral health. But the problem of it is that we have all these other outside people that are coming from other states or coming from other countries coming to Oregon because they know that, hey, Oregon is going to take care of you, basically. And that's why we have all these people on the street right now.
See, I have no compassion.
I'm talking more so for the working class. But
here's it. Check this out, bro. In 2000, right when I graduated from college, bro, I was working nonprofit. Right, I think I was making like $14 an hour, maybe 15. Right. So then I also worked for DHS. You know, taking care of, they bigger kids that was on the meds and shit like that. And then also on Sundays, I worked for Clackamas County. You see what I'm saying? I worked 6 days a week, bro, for 4.5 years. See what I'm saying? And I was grossing 40 grand. So they need to get off their ass. There's jobs out there, bro. There's no excuse.
Bro, Magbo got 400 jobs.
With that 40 grand a year, now where the fuck you finna live? How much is that per hour if you broke it down?
I can't even tell you, bro. But that, like I said, the rent wasn't as expensive, but that's when you got a network, bro, and you gotta get in a spot with your friends. My brother stayed with 3 of his partners from Benson for years, bro. You gotta
live within your means.
Yeah, man. Our
grandparents did it.
Yeah, you can't be like they say.
Did it. Every last one of our grandparents did it.
It go both ways, man. You can't just be popping babies and getting these women pregnant and shit, and you can't take care of them. You see what I'm saying? I mean, dude, I'm done. I mean, shit, I'm taxed out. God damn it. I mean, these motherfuckers with getting all this help, nigga, they go to Vegas 4-5 times a year, nigga. I go once every 5 years, nigga, because shit, I'm too busy working.
Man.
Now
and get $90,000 back on their taxes, nigga. Shit, nigga, god damn it.
Somebody too.
They finna start cracking down on that, nigga, especially after all this COVID fraud and shit. They evaluating a whole bunch of tax returns and shit. They like, nigga, we need to
Oh yeah, this year's gonna be telling.
Yeah, they already said like the IRS. That's why they're delaying the payout dates because they said they going through and verifying shit. Like,
I'm all for that shit. Bring it, nigga. God damn it.
They're like, hold on, bitch. Wait a minute. How you got 9 kids now? You know what I'm saying? You only put 2 in school, but you got 9 now. You know what I'm saying?
Wait till Trump get back in office, man. He gonna get it right. Oh yeah.
Man, they ain't gonna.
Right.
Unfortunately, Ivory, they ain't gonna let him get back in, man. The way the world, they ain't gonna let him get back in now, man. They ain't gonna let him get back in. I don't.
You
they
said
ain't
what?
gonna let him get. They
Your
ain't gonna let
boy.
Trump
They
get back
talking about
in.
get your boy back in office.
They ain't gonna let him.
Yeah, I don't think he's. I think his popularity or his momentum is waning.
Right.
You know, I just think that it's going. I mean, it'll probably be close, but I think that somehow, some way, they'll push it over the top because they refuse to let this dude. They're not gonna. I just don't. I mean, I don't feel like they have the momentum, and there's too much infighting going on with the Republicans. You know what I mean? They can't. You know, it's we finna see, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. But I think it's gonna be tough for a dude to get in. Yeah. I mean, I hope he even run. You know, I thought he had announced that he was running or whatever. But DeSantis looks like a good choice for the Republicans too, though.
Right.
So,
Kanye.
Absolutely not.
Oh, he just got married.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, man. He's too sporadic for me.
Hold on, listen to this stuff.
That nigga go on the podium and go on a smooth rant.
Yeah, man. He's too sporadic for me. Yeah.
Listen, man. All that shit's cap, bro. I'm all that Kanye for president. My nuts, nigga. These niggas is tripping, bro. Your nigga need to quit playing, man. Fuck you talking about, nigga. He be saying that shit, nigga. No one takes him serious, and if you do, I said that about Trump too, though. So I better watch what I say.
He's absolutely not. He's absolutely not. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they already whipped his ass into submission. You know what I'm saying? He ain't, man. Even if he really was thinking about it, nigga, he ain't now.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, but Kanye, he got married again. I thought it's supposed to be on my updated story.
Coon Yeezy.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. Anyway, man. Yeah, we are at the 2 hour,
and we're backstage with it, ho.
And we thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the PDXDOPE Live Podcast. Thank you to the guests and everybody who is here tonight. Young Jermaine Mason, Ivory Mays, Elijah Jackson, and Petty LaBelle in the building. And with that, we are. Where's my outro?
I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Got something to dance to for players and squares. Drugs and booze we share. The smell of weed, smoke, and sex in the air. Come and play with me if you dare. It's hotter than Hell's Kitchen, women everywhere. We living it up until the clock stop. Rockin' hip hop, we go hard to the last shot. Or my body drop, playing it in the box. Alright, let me get something clear up top. Get busy, we're not here for approval. We're not here to be liked. Get busy,
All right.
president.